All of my haters are sipping fake tea.
Greetings.
It's getting real dangerous like Drake's Passage. All of my haters going the wrong way. Deep in their heart, they know they jealous of me.
I got them
running from me like a tidal wave.
All the Zeus hate came out of nowhere. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Take another stare. Talking about me like I really care. I air you haters out, leave you on a chair. What you say is make believe, sipping on that fake tea. Talking kinda crazy when you on that fake tea.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
You know I'm your favorite. Look at who I came with. All you haters hating. All you haters is hating.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, happy Memorial Day.
You know it. We know it. I'ma make them suffer, they some pawns. All of my haters is sipping fake tea. I'ma make them suffer, they some pawns.
They some pawns. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody needs to tell them that it's stepped on. They thinking they the Jetsons, but they Flintstones.
Hey.
Overdosing on these lies like it's nothing wrong.
About to make them hang it up
like it was a phone. No dial tone, send them straight to voicemail. I don't recognize this number, send them straight to hell. All my haters gossip cause they losing sales. Now you trapped.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you trying to play me, sipping on that fake tea.
Get off of that fake tea, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jackie.
I heard it through the grapevine, and you know they dropping dimes. Anyone can get slimed. Haters on my timeline.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Haters on my timeline.
Let's get this show started. All right, you know what we came to do.
Now they on that fake tea.
Good morning, everyone. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it is officially showtime. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. Good. All right. No. I'm on the right team. You're on the wrong team. That's why you should have made a left instead of a right instead of a left. You know what I'm saying? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Happy Memorial Day. Good morning, DJ Kitty Cat. Hey, nice to see you. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't gonna do it, but you know what? We gotta stay consistent to the schedule.
I'll be back. It's deja vu.
Jazzy. Look at the beautiful Jazzy. Let's go.
I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last.
Let's go. Happy Monday.
That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my smash sheet. Benjamin Franklin and my last name. Hey, if it is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies and they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Let's go.
I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's last
Oh, cut it out.
Shit was
Oh, it was. Keep it clean now.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the
It's like deja vu.
I think I gone off the rails, but I haven't gone off the rails. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, ladies. All right, DJ, go ahead and kill the music. You know what we're out here to do. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. You know what today is. What is today? May 27th, 2024. And today is Memorial Day, right? Shout out to all of those men and women in uniform who sacrificed and paid the ultimate price for this country, all right? You really are the true patriots, all right? Now, many of you know exactly why we are here, but before we get started with that, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple, ladies and gentlemen. The first H is because, number one, I'm the most honest person on social media. Good morning, Jess. And by the way, shout out to the Zeus minions out there. I mean, this is something incredible. Everything MAGA tries to use against us, we turn around and make it hot, right? Don't we? Good. Thank you, Jess. Zeus's minions. Hopefully we'll get to see them later on in the show, all right? This is incredible work that's going on out here, all right? All this work we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, all right? The first H is, like I said, because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am humble. I am the most humble person on social media. If I get it wrong, I really don't have a problem issuing an apology. I don't think apologizing makes a person weak. I actually think if you know how to apologize and you sincerely mean it, it actually is a good thing. It makes you a bigger and a better person, right? But I'm the most humble person in that category, so no one try it, all right? Don't try to compete with me on that. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, and I will always remain it, the most handsome. All right, now many of you are very familiar with what we came to do over here on this side of town, all right? What we do is very, very special, all right? What we do is we hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, right? Their Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as crimes. Good morning, G-Man. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to our friend on the right, especially their cult leader, isn't it safe to say that we've pretty much hit the jackpot on these folks when it comes to dirty deeds and crimes, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? If you just look at the right and you look at Donald Trump, I'm pretty confident that 10 times out of 10, you will see crimes. Thank you, Rick. All right. And so with that being said, I want to make sure all of you Trump supporters get a bit of a heads up so that you don't, so that I don't just end up just bringing this heavy hammer down on you unexpectedly. All right. I am going to give you Trump supporters the opportunity of a lifetime this morning, all right? Listen, if you were hungry and you want to make sure you eat all your food and you're MAGA, you might want to leave this live, right? Shout out to Chicago. You might want to leave this live and go on about with your miserable day, right? Go to another live where they got these fake TikTok hosts. You know who they are, right? These people that'll lie to you and try to make you feel like everything's going to be okay once Joe Biden gets out of office. You go and hang out with those folks, because I guarantee you, after you hear this live, if you were hungry, you're not going to be so hungry. I've been doing this for a while. If you were happy, you're not going to feel so happy. Oh, I'm not so happy, Zeus. I don't like you, Zeus. This is what they say to me. I don't like you, Zeus. Oh, yeah. So go and leave right now, because it's going to get real, real hot and uncomfortable for you, especially if you're MAGA, all right? But get this. I know a lot of you think I'm a liar, right? So that's why I say this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy
thank you.
in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. And with that, wow, thank you so much for the hot air balloons. I don't know who sent that, but thank you. I'm in the middle of transitioning to my picture, but listen, thank you so much for that, all right? Who was that sent those hot air balloons, all right? See, that's what we're talking about. Lots of love. Oh, Tara. Shout out to Tara, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't have to, but she does. You know, a lot of people come in. Good morning, brother attacking. How are you doing? All right. So we all, like I said today is Memorial Day. All right. And we're going to definitely make sure we address that in the typical way we address a lot of things here in the kingdom. All right. So I'm going to start off by talking about the true meaning of Memorial Day. And it's not white Christian nationalism, right? You know, these things, you know what's going on the right? These folks like to take things that have happened in American history and rewrite it and make it look like it's all about them. But they don't understand that not everybody in this country is a Trump supporter. A lot of us, a majority of Americans, we're smarter than Trump supporters, and we know what's really going on. And it hurts them. It really bothers them that we know what's going on. So on this Memorial Day, and by the way, please get those tomatoes out, right? You know, the booze and the shame on this show, ladies and gentlemen. What we do is whenever we give it to MAGA, and you know, in a politically correct way, and it's clean, whenever we give it to them, what we do is we give them booze and shame. And we have to do this because it's crystal clear that in this country right now, Trump supporters have no shame. from their cult leader all the way down to the person at the very, very bottom. They have no shame, and we must give it to them every day. All right? So on this Memorial Day, it's fitting and proper that we honor Americans who made the supreme sacrifice for this nation and express our humble gratitude to them and their survivors. It's also fitting and proper that we confirm what it is that they sacrificed for and why their sacrifice was still worth it. They sacrificed for a set of ideas enshrined in the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights and echoed in Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. That no person, regardless of who they are, what their last name is above the law. That everyone should have an equal chance to make it in America. That democracy is a system of self-government of, by, and for the people. This is the last Memorial Day before these ideas will be tested in the election of 2024, which is less than 6 months from now. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing? All right. If we lose these ideas, we will succumb to despotism. Future generations may never learn what occurred because despots will rewrite history to suit their own warped vision. Donald J. Trump and his deranged supporters, I'm adding a little into this, all right, because that's what they are already trying to rewrite history of the election of 2020 and what occurred in the weeks and months following. An astounding number of Americans believe his big lie. There's still people out here, ladies and gentlemen, that still believe Donald Trump is telling the truth. These are some sick folks. A dismaying number of Republican lawmakers are willing to accept and repeat the lie in order to remain in office again. Sick folks. Trump and his supporters are trying to redefine patriotism as white Christian nationalism. Wow, I mean, these I can't even keep going. This is sick. But the true meaning of patriotism is the opposite. America's moral mission has been towards greater inclusion, providing equal rights to women, Black people, immigrants, Native Americans, Latinos, LGBTQ+, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, and agnostic. True patriots don't fuel racist, religious, or ethnic divisions. Patriots aren't homophobic or sexist, nor are patriots blind to social injustice, whether ongoing or embedded in American history. They don't ban books or prevent teaching about the sins of the nation's past. True patriots don't have to express patriotism in symbolic displays of loyalty like standing for the national anthem and waving the American flag. They express patriotism in taking a fair share of the burdens of keeping the nation going, sacrificing for the common good. They pay taxes in full rather than lobby for lower taxes or seek tax loopholes or squirrel away money abroad. We're talking about Donald J. Trump, all right? They refrain from making large political contributions that corrupt American democracy. They blow the whistle on abuses of power, even at the risk of losing their own job. They volunteer time and energy to improving their community and country. They don't spread baseless claims that millions of people vote fraudulently or pass laws based on the big lie that the 2020 election was stolen. That makes it harder for people to vote. Their patriotism lies in the strengthening democracy, defending the right to vote, and ensuring more and more Americans are heard. Patriots understand that when they serve the public, their responsibility is to build public trust in the institutions of democracy. They don't put loyalty to their party above their love of America, and they don't support an attempted coup. I know this message is a bit long, but I got to make this point. They don't try to hold on to power after voters have chosen not to reelect them. And they don't make money off of their offices. When serving as judges or justices, they recuse themselves from cases where they may appear to have a conflict of interest. You know who you are out there that's doing this. And they don't fly flags signaling agreement with Trump that the 2020 election was stolen. America's challenge is not as described by Donald Trump and his white Christian nationalist followers, that the nation is losing its whiteness or dominant religion, that too many foreigners are crossing our borders, that boys are competing in girls' sports and failing to use bathrooms consistent with their gender at birth, or that teachers are failing to celebrate the nation's history. No, America's challenge is to remind Americans of the sacrifices that real patriotism requires. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I must say, happy Memorial Day, right? That's what real patriotism is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what real patriotism is. But it wouldn't be a show unless we did it the old-fashioned. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you all to join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. All right, today is Memorial Day, and these folks, they're not patriots, they're traitors. All right, join me in giving them our first and honorable round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. You're not patriots, sorry. Get them out of here. Mark, let me be honest with you, Mark, slow down, Mark. Did I ask you to come into my live and spam my chat with support for Donald Trump, Mark? No, I did not. Mark, do me a huge favor. Sit your special behind down, because you are special, all right? And listen to this special broadcast, Mark. Look at where Donald Trump has led you. You know what Donald Trump did to all of you supporters? You might as well imagine this. Imagine a blind person, all right, leading a bunch of people into a ditch. That's exactly what Donald Trump did to every single one of you supporters of his. And if you come into my live and you spam my chat 4 years plus after he was president of these United States of America, that means to me, you really are something special. That means there's nothing really going on up here, right? There's nothing firing up there. I don't want to argue with you today. It's Memorial Day. Have some class, you traitor. Get him out of here. Get Mark out of here. Mark, here. Mark, I'm not in the mood today, Mark. All right. I'm not in the mood today, Mark. All right. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Just, we all watched what happened this weekend, right? We all heard Donald Trump go and get booed at the Libertarian National Convention, right? Let's talk about that, if you don't mind. Ahead of Donald Trump's appearance on the 2024 Libertarian Convention stage on Saturday, we all know that he was expected to deliver a pitch to the Libertarians focused on their shared grievances over President Joe Biden, his 4 years in Washington. All right. But he was in for a rude awakening. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you this. When I saw Donald Trump getting booed at this event, I said, they must be listening to Zeus's show. They understand how this goes. We just got to make sure it continues to happen more and more throughout this nation. Babs, wait a second. Babs, did you come into the wrong live, Babs? Babs, are you okay? I don't endorse Donald Trump, Babs. Where did you get that from? Are you okay, Babs? I want to make sure you're following the show and you're following the program. And I don't need you in here disturbing other people's learning experience, Babs. Babs, there will not be a Trump 2024. Do you understand that Donald Trump is the most dangerous threat to this country? Do you know how many people in this country despise Donald Trump? I mean, I'm one of them, Babs. So if I were you, I wouldn't put anything else like that in the chat, all right? Because if one of my moderator pins it, then I got to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Babs what she deserves. A round of booze and shame. Babs. Babs.
Silence. You never demon.
Babs, do me a favor. Shh. Because if you really think about it, Babs, you're in a lot of trouble. especially this week, all right? Because you know what's happening in New York, Babs. You know we're getting the closing arguments, Babs. And imagine, Babs, you got to go tell your family, your relatives, and your friends that you were wrong about Donald Trump. Think about that, Babs. Egg all over your face. Now listen to what happened to your cult leader when he went to Washington, D.C. at an event where he begged, pleaded, he did everything he could to get these 6 votes. I've never seen someone so desperate in my life, Babs. Listen to this, Babs. This will make you laugh.
People treated so harshly or
Well, in the last year, I've been indicted by the government on 91 different things, so if I wasn't a libertarian before, I sure as hell am a libertarian now.
He's a libertarian now.
And unlike Joe Biden, I don't throw people in jail for disagreeing with me. I don't do that.
Michael, I see your little comment. I'll get to that in just a second, Mr. Wayne. I'll get to that.
D-Roy wrote, Donald J. Trump will address the Libertarian Party at his national convention on Saturday. The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa.
Get him out of here.
Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Maybe you don't want to win.
Wow. So we all saw Donald Trump in an act of desperation go after 6 votes and totally humiliate himself, humiliate his supporters, and basically make it crystal clear to everyone in the country that Donald Trump knows he's going to lose this November. He knows it. He's so desperate. He's going places he normally wouldn't to get a few little votes. I mean, this is desperation beyond belief. This shows weakness, not strength. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me give Mr. Michael Wayne, who said something very ridiculous in my chat, and his little cult believers. All right, join me in giving them what they deserve, because maybe you didn't hear what they were saying to Donald Trump, so we're going to make sure you hear it here. Let's give him some booze and shame! You're on the wrong side of history!
Silence! You MAGA demon!
You're on the wrong side of history, Trump supporters, and the writing is on the wall. See, nothing gives me more joy than to know that we are one day closer to Donald Trump being a thing of the past. All right, we got to get through this little period of time with each other, right, for the next 6 months or so. But Donald Trump is pretty much going to be a thing of the past, and he is going down in history, in American history, actually world history, if you leave it up to me, the worst president ever. A loser on top of a loser. Twice indicted, twice impeached, 4 times indicted. All right, 88 felony charges. But Fonnie Willis, I heard, is working to get those 3 added back, so he might get back to 91. He's the worst of the worst. No, Ray. See, Ray, I seen you in my live before, and clearly you're not paying attention. Ray, you know what? You said you'll see me cry in November. How about this, Ray? Let's talk about this. All right. Donald Trump says prosecutors have a lot going for them in his criminal case as it nears the end. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, last night, Donald Trump was on his platform crying about his criminal defense in the hush money cover-up case in New York, all right, and the closing arguments that loom ahead. Trump, of course, pled guilty in the case where he stands accused of falsifying business records in order to hide payments to Stormy Daniels and others, right? The payments were allegedly made to quiet Stormy Daniels about their brief affair before the two as a means of to impact the 2016 election. After closing arguments get closer, Donald Trump went on the Truth Social to lash out at the prosecution and Judge Juan Merchan. This is what Donald Trump said. Trump is walking on all charges. Oh, John, you believe that, John? John, you must have went to Snuggles University. All right, listen up, John. If Trump is walking on all those charges, then explain to me why he says this. This is what Donald Trump says, John Blevins, whatever your name is. In addition to the fact that I did nothing wrong, NDAs are totally legal and commonly used. So that's him at least admitting that there's an NDA between him and Stormy Daniels, right? That means he's confirming that they actually hooked up. So that's nothing to debate. And that virtually every legal scholar and expert says in written form that this is a case which has no merit and should not have been brought. My lawyers have informed me that the highly conflicted and corrupt Judge Juan Merchan will not allow reliance on counsel, which virtually everyone is allowed to use as an additional thought, though. Not needed because, quote, I did nothing wrong. You know, John, if you go to any jail or any prison, John, and you go in there and you ask all of those people sitting in those prisons, in those jails, if you ask them, are you innocent or guilty? 10 times out of 10, all of them will say that they are innocent. You understand how this is working, John? He's literally doing everything a criminal does. He does the crime, cries about getting caught, and then tries to spin it to say it isn't what it is. You see this, John, and all you other Trump supporters. But even though he's trying to do that, he ends up inadvertently confessing that he's guilty. Because that's how it works. He doesn't know anything else. He goes on to add, it was only begun to interfere with crooked Joe Biden's political opponent, me, reliance on counsel, make America great again. That doesn't even make any sense. Because if it were to make sense, MAGA, think about it. This means Joe Biden had to have met with Stormy Daniels, right? And said, hey, Donald Trump, go in 2006, go to him in that little suite that he's in. Okay, go there and set him up. Joe, you mean to tell me Joe Biden set Donald Trump up with this woman? You mean to tell me Joe Biden went to Alan Weisselberg and said, psst, psst, won't you go ahead and falsify those business records so that Hillary Clinton could get elected? You think Joe Biden did all that, MAGA? Well, if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these ridiculous Trump supporters what they deserve because they don't see Donald Trump as guilty, and we're going to help them. Join me in giving them what they deserve. A round of booze and shame. Someone in my chat, they go by the name user with a bunch of social security numbers, which means they're too scared to actually put some meat on the bone. They asked Zeus a question. He only got 76 followers. Why are black Trump supporters happier, healthier, and wealthier? Are they? So first of all, I'm thinking they're going back to when Donald Trump was president. And I'll answer that question. The reason they had more money in their pocket is because of, you guessed it, Barack Hussein Obama. Try again. Go get me another question that I can answer for you because, you know, Donald Trump doesn't get credit for the first 2 years. And if anything, you could only look at the third year, which really wasn't enough time to really assess the impact of his presidency. But we saw what happened that fourth year when that pandemic came and the nation went down the drain. So you really got to give all the good credit that Donald Trump may have somehow got. Whatever good credit he got, you got to give it to Barack Hussein Obama. All right. Are there any questions? I mean, I don't want to go off script, all right? I'm just trying to make sure I at least address the questions because, you know, I'm a caring person, all right? But yes, all good things that Trump got credit for about the economy. That was Barack Obama. Even right now, thank you, Deb. Even right now, Donald Trump is trying to take credit because of Obamacare. It's the most ridiculous thing, you know. We got rid of the mandate on Obamacare. So what? all of a sudden Donald Trump gets all the credit for Barack Obama's accomplishments? That's not how this works. And that's why I tell you, Trump supporters, y'all really do need to learn how to read. I know third grade was a big deal in your household, but that's not anything compared to a lot of us out here in the real world. Learn how to read, learn how to comprehend. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Let's join me in giving that ridiculous user a round of booze and shame. They don't know how to read. All right, and this is just an update for all of you Trump supporters that continue to spread the lie that Donald Trump is a successful businessman. Donald Trump is not a successful businessman. Actually, he's the most corrupt business person we've ever dealt with. I mean, 6 bankruptcies, right? Decades of fraud. He ran a business that was so corrupt for 30 years that they had to fine him and his family $500 million. But that doesn't stop someone like Donald Trump, who's so used to doing the whole rinse and repeat process. What do we do when Trump wins in here? Your baby daddy is asking me, what do we do? First of all, there is no we, it's you. And what you're going to do, I'm going to be honest with you, and you probably be my first customer. I will be holding one-on-one counseling sessions for every single one of you Trump supporters. You're going to have to pay Zeus, though. You're going to have to pay me. You're going to definitely have to be able to just zip it, because you're not going to have any more credibility. So it's not going to be a space where you can actually explain how you got where you're at. You're just going to have to listen to me minister to you and get that maggot demon cast out of you, because otherwise, if you don't listen to me, you're going to get the same thing Donald Trump got, which is the ultimate MAGA reward. That's what's going to happen to you, all right? Because I got some bad news for you. Donald Trump will get convicted in this trial and all of the other ones, and he will not get rewarded. The White House. Name one place on this planet where you go to court, you get convicted, and you win the presidency. It doesn't work like that. Think. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving your baby daddy what he deserves, because it was a ridiculous question. All right, and he should have known the answer. Join me in giving him what he deserves, a round of booze and shame. Hi, your baby daddy. You don't know any better. I get it. You know, I get it. See, they don't like me because I tell the truth. Well, you know what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing lies and sitting in a jail cell out in Washington, D.C. because I worship Donald Trump. All right, you see the difference? All right, now let's move it along. Warning signs for Truth Social as users are fleeing the platform while Donald Trump's legal woes continue to grow. I mean, this is just May. We haven't even made it to November. Not only is Donald Trump's Truth Social losing money at an astonishing pace, it's also shedding users who appear to be abandoning the embattled former president. Earlier in the week, it was reported that Trump media reported a net loss of nearly $330 million for the first 3 months of 2024, at a time when the stock was still rising. According to reporting, the initial boost in participants using Truth Social after the stock went public has all but been erased since then, and his legal woes playing out in a Manhattan courtroom have not convinced more users to sign up for his social media platform to join in his defense. According to reporters, nearly 2.5 years after its launch, Truth Social is struggling to hang on to its small United States US user base. So far in May, U.S. daily visits to Truth Social have dropped more than 21% from April and more than 35% compared to March. What should even be more alarming for executives of the embattled platform is that Donald Trump, the most prominent user of Truth Social, has been flooding his stream with updates and commentary about his Manhattan hush money trial, and it has done nothing to increase engagement, add new users, or stem out the exodus of previous users. Ladies and gentlemen, another example of why Donald Trump is a loser and so are his supporters. See, in business, you want to grow the platform, you want to build the brand, but that's not what's happening with Donald Trump. He's shrinking the platform, all right, and he's destroying the brand every single day. Even his supporters know it, but they are too afraid to admit it. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to help them understand that they're on a losing team, and that Trump train has completely derailed, and now it's every man or woman for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. Another round of boos and shame.
Silence! You
Okay.
demon!
All right, Mercedes. So you say I think that I'm confused. What am I confused about, Mercedes? I haven't lied to you about a single thing. All of you Trump supporters keep coming into my live and saying the most ridiculous things, and you never, ever can provide any evidence to substantiate your claims. I've been doing this for a while, Mercedes, and you should change your name. You're not a Mercedes. You're more like a Ford Pinto, perhaps, all right? You're not a Mercedes. You're a Ford Pinto. Mercedes, you're confused, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this MAGA demon what they deserve. I don't know whether they're going or coming, but they're going to get it. Let's give them some boos and shame. You seditionist, treasonous traitor.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
All right. Now, Mercedes, I hope you're still here, and I hope you're watching this part of the broadcast. I need you to clarify something for me. The internet finds rare picture of a 15-year-old Ivanka Trump sitting on Donald Trump's lap, and they say that it's not normal. So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Former President Donald Trump has been actively in the spotlight from the Times. News of his legal troubles surfaced earlier this year. That aside, Trump is known to be very close to his daughter, Ivanka Trump. The father-daughter duo were often spotted together in public since his campaign back in 2015. Although things fell apart in terms of being business partners when Ivanka quit the Trump org in 2017, they still both share the same love and affection for each other as every family does. It seems like their relationship is being inspected even further, especially after this. Now, we all remember in the Hush Money trial, Stormy Daniels, she said that Donald Trump told her before they hooked up, he said, "You remind me of Ivanka," right? So I'm pretty confident that that's what made people start to really dive deeper into this, all right? A popular platform, Reddit, dedicated to political news, recently uncovered a picture of Ivanka and her father when she was just 15 years old, all right? And she was sitting on her father's lap during a concert in 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, is this appropriate? Is this an appropriate picture, ladies and gentlemen? This is such a disgusting question. Is this an appropriate picture? I'm asking. Put a 1 in the chat if it's no. Put a 2 if it's yes. If you think this is an appropriate picture. 1 if you don't think it is. 2 if you think this is appropriate. I gotta make sure I see what's going on. No, 2 means you think it's appropriate. 1 means no. Oh, look at this. So I have an overwhelming number of people saying that this photo is inappropriate. But I still see that we got some so-called Christians out here, aka white nationalist Trump supporters, that think this is standard operating procedure what Donald Trump is doing with his daughter. See, this is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. These folks are some of the most sick and twisted individuals this country has ever seen. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what kind of person does this? Only a person that's deranged, narcissist, sick to the core. I mean, completely rotten. This guy is a disgrace to this country. He's a disgrace to parents all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving all these people in the audience, plus their cult leader, what they deserve. Because they know that this is not normal and it's inappropriate and it's not Christ-like at all. And they think we're going to believe them, and we're not. Join me in giving them what they deserve. A round of boos and shame. Lock Donald Trump up now. Put him in jail.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, now you know what we got to do. Normally I go right into January 6th, right? And I'll do that. All right, but for the sake of being consistent, I realize that there's a lot of liars on the internet. And so I want to make sure I at least try to cover this the best way that I can. All right. We all know that Donald Trump, a couple of the reasons why he won't get reelected is, number one, the Stormy Daniels thing, the classified documents, him overturning Roe versus Wade. I mean, you name it, we got it in the history books, taking money from foreign governments. All right. But one thing I haven't put a lot of effort into, and I'm going to make sure I continue to, is making sure we address what Donald Trump did while he was president as it pertains to the pandemic. And this is going to be something I strive to work on. All right. But I'm going to kind of put my toe in the water on it. All right. So please bear with me. And to all of you who, any of us out there, all of us, we all know people. We have friends and family members that suffered during the pandemic, right? And the reason that I'm going to call this out right now is because when I go into lives and I talk to people and they say, I go, well, were you better off 4 years ago than you are today? They lie. They lie and say, yes, I was better off 4 years ago than I am today. These people, they're trying to rewrite history right in front of our very eyes, right? Right. By the way, it's Memorial Day weekend, and they said record number of people traveling. Record. So how do you have a record number of people traveling if the economy is so bad, right? How? So I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I'll say this. Let's go back in time to what happened while Donald Trump was president and he mismanaged the pandemic. If you can, all right, please bear with me. We'll start with a couple of interesting facts leading up to this. First of all, I want to remind all of you the timeline of what happened. Hold on. Just stay right there. Okay, stay right there. Okay, here we go. This is a snapshot or a timeline of Donald Trump's coronavirus response. In May of 2018, the Trump administration, they disbanded the White House's pandemic response team. He did that just to despise Barack Obama. July of 2019, almost a year later, the CDC epidemiologist embedded in China's disease control agency left the post, and the Trump administration eliminated the role. October 2019. Currently, there are insufficient funding sources designated for the federal government to use in response to a severe influenza pandemic. So this is Donald Trump's failed leadership on display. And then what happens, ladies and gentlemen, in 2020? The lies begin. On January 2nd, 2020, Donald Trump had an interview saying, we have it totally under control.
Years ago, before we get started with we're going to talk about the economy, a lot of other things. The CDC has identified a case of coronavirus in Washington State, the Wuhan strain of this. If you remember SARS, that affected GDP, travel-related effects. Have you been briefed by the CDC? Are there words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine.
Okay, and President Xi, there's just some talk in China that maybe the transparency isn't everything that it's going to be. Do you trust that we're going to know everything we need to know from China?
I do. I have a great relationship with President Xi. We just signed probably the biggest deal ever made.
Yes.
In terms, it certainly has the potential to be the biggest deal ever made, and it was a very interesting period of time.
Yeah, let's get into
we got
that.
it done, and no, I do. I think the relationship is very, very good.
Let's talk about Dallas, because you were...
So that's him saying that we have it under control and that he has a very good relationship with China. President Xi lying to the American people. The lies are on your boy, and you know it. Todd, you do me a favor, Todd. Just don't type anything else. You're embarrassing yourself. You know that, right? I would go deeper, but I got to move on. All right. And then what happened next, ladies and gentlemen? All right. I wish this wouldn't happen on TikTok, but we'll cover it. All right. So by around January, there's one case that is confirmed in Washington. All right. And he's basically saying, yes, we do have it under control. Then he issues a tweet. China has been working very hard to contain the virus. The United States greatly appreciates their transparency and their efforts. This is what he's saying to American people. All right. Then he goes on and posts a tweet about it. All right. Once again, confirming China has it all under control. All right. Then he goes on to say, what day was this? February. Just had a long and very good conversation by phone with President Xi of China. He's strong, sharp, and powerfully focused on leading the counterattack on the virus. He feels they're doing very well, even building hospitals in a matter of days. Nothing is as easy, but he will be successful, especially as the weather starts to warm and the virus hopefully becomes weaker and then gone. Thank you, Jess. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is clearly lying to the American people. All right, he goes on to say, we'll be shutting it down coming in from China. All right, and then we move on to what happens when he gets called out about the cases going from 0 to over 1 million.
And again, when you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to 0, that's a pretty good job we've done.
President, today the U.S. hit a grim milestone of 1 million cases of the coronavirus. Back in late February, you predicted that the number of cases would go down to 0. How did we get from your prediction of 0 to 1 million?
Well, it will go down to 0 ultimately. And you have to understand, when it comes to cases, we do much more testing than anybody else. So we can go to some of these other countries, as an example, China. If you test, you're going to show many more cases. So we're doing more testing than any other country in the world by far, which we just discussed over in the Oval Office. So we're going to show more cases because we're doing much, much more testing, double anybody else. Somebody said if you add everybody else combined, that would be a number. And it will be at the appropriate time, it will be down to 0, like we said.
You see that? So this is somebody lying to the American people saying it will go down to 0. Did it ever go down to 0? No, it didn't. And then what happened in March, ladies and gentlemen? For those of you who don't remember what happened in March, this is what he did. This is when he suspended travel from Europe into the United States.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight. These restrictions will be adjusted subject to conditions on the ground. There will be exemptions for Americans who have undergone appropriate screenings, and these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo but various other things as we get approval.
So this is Donald Trump lying to the American people, all right, and implementing a travel ban for Europe. This is why I want to remind all of you how dangerous Donald Trump is. Do you think Donald Trump will be honest as a president in the event there's another disaster? And last but not least, and then I'll move on to my final topic, right? Listen to the 40 times that Donald Trump lied, saying that it would go away.
The virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat. I think that's a problem that's going to go away. When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, it's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. You have to be calm. It'll go away. It will go away. Just stay calm. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. It will go away. You know it is going away. It's going to go away. Hopefully at the end of the month, and if not, it hopefully will be soon after that. I didn't say that. I said it's going away, and it is going away.
You were saying things like, I think it's a problem that's going to go away within several days.
It will go away. It's going to go away. This is going to go away. It's going to go. It's going to leave. It's going to be gone. I feel about vaccines like I feel about tests. This is going to go away without a vaccine. It'll go away at some point. It'll go away.
At some point this stuff goes away. And it's going away. Our numbers are much lower now.
I always say, even without it, it goes away. It's dying out.
It's fading away. It's going to fade away.
When it dies out, and it is dying out, the numbers are starting to get very good. I think that at some point that's going to sort of just disappear, I hope. You're right, eventually. I said it's going to disappear. I'll say it again. It's going to disappear. And I'll be right. Well, the virus will disappear. It will disappear. I say it's going to disappear. They say, oh, that's terrible. You say, well, it's true. It's going to disappear.
My view is the school should open. This thing's going away. It will go away like things go away.
No question in my mind, it will go away. It's going to disappear.
As I say, it'll be going away. They scream, how can you say that? I said, because it's going to be going away.
It's going away. And the China plague will fade.
It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone soon.
And the pandemic goes away. We use the word herd, right? Once you get to a certain number, it's going to go away. It is going away. And it's probably going to go away now a lot faster because of the vaccine. It would go away without the vaccine, George. It's going to disappear. It is disappearing. And vaccines are going to help. And the therapeutics are going to help a lot. It will go away. And as I say, we're rounding the turn. We're rounding the corner. It's going away. It's going away anyway. We're rounding that curve. We're rounding that corner. It's going away. It's rounding the turn until this thing goes away. And it is going away. It's rounding the turn. It's going to go away. And we are rounding. It drives them crazy. The fake news media. It's going away.
You hear that? You hear this? All those lies, MAGA? Were you really better off 4 years ago, or were you subjected to all of those lies that he was telling while you were hiding inside your houses preparing for the world to end? The stock market was crashing. See, we got the you were hiding inside your houses preparing for the world to end. The stock market was crashing. See, we got the readings. Okay, I think my phone overheated. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve, because we all know they lie, and they don't mind lying even at the expense of Americans' lives, right? Join me in giving them what they deserve. A round of boos and shame. You're all a bunch of liars. All right, and I'm going to continue to cover Donald Trump's handling of the pandemic as a part of the show. That and January 6th, ladies and gentlemen. Because when these folks get out here and start lying, I want to make sure this is tattooed in their minds. All right? All right, now let's move it along to our final section before I open up those boxes. Oh, my goodness. Look at the time. The time is flying, and this live is glitching for some strange reason. All right, now many of you know exactly what we are here to talk about. What happened on and around January 6th. All right, and so what I'd like to do is help explain to the American people. Thank you, Levi. Help explain to the American people what happened on January 6th based on the facts, based on the real evidence out there, right? Thank you, G-Man, all right? By the way, happy Memorial Day. The reason Donald Trump and his supporters will continue to be held accountable the way that they are is because we understand how it all happened. All right, a lot of the Trump supporters don't like it when I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, now how did January 6th start? Does anyone know? I'll tell you how it started. It started with this, the big lie.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way they're going to lose. That is the lie that Donald J. Trump told his legion of MAGA demons going into the 2020 election, right? And we all saw it. All right. This is the lie he told them. So what happened next? Well, the election results came out, and did Donald Trump concede? No, he did not. He did not concede. Instead, he came out and gave this ridiculous speech.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory.
Did he concede? No. He poured water on that big lie, that seed of doubt that he planted in the minds of his supporters, right? And then he went one step further, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to what he did.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
And we all saw it. Just like that, his supporters went from being regular Trump supporters to being soldiers for Donald Trump, willing to do anything for this man. They were wet and ready for Donald Trump. This is some sick stuff they found themselves in, all right? And so what happened next, ladies and gentlemen, is the most bizarre part of the story, all right? And every time I think about this, sometimes I'll be like out and about, and I get traumatized. I get a little triggered when I see this, right? First things first, he decides, you know what I need to do? Now that my soldiers are wet and ready for me, let me go ahead and move forward with the next plan, all right? He tells them, listen, I am losing to Joe Biden, and I'm very, very angry. So what I need all of you Trump supporters to do, I need you to sell everything that you have, right? And send the proceeds to me, your daddy. All right, this is what he said to them. And then I need you to meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event that I am hosting called Stop the Steal. All right? Be there, will be wild. Remember? He told you all to do it. And what did his supporters do next, ladies and gentlemen? You know, these are some of the best and the brightest folks, right? You know, these are some of the best and brightest, right? They decided they needed to figure out a way. Thank you, Garveen. They needed to figure out a way to get to Washington, D.C., but it better be cheap and it better be economical, right? Flying might be too expensive, all right? Driving multiple cars, that might take a lot of time and effort and coordination. So they came up with a genius idea. Has anyone ever seen a U-Haul truck like this? Has anyone ever seen a U-Haul truck like this? Well, it turns out his foot soldiers, right? They decided that they came up with a great idea. They said the best way to get to Washington, D.C. is if we cram in the back of one of these U-Hauls like a can of sardines, all right? And we all head to the Capitol. And they really did it, folks. And you know who was back in the back of this, right? Look at them. This is the Patriot Front, Proud Boys, Boogaloo Boys, Oath Keepers. These are grown men and women who had no problem getting in the back of a U-Haul. I don't even think that thing has air conditioning in the back. Does it have air conditioning in the back of it? Has anyone ever been in the back of one of those U-Hauls? Does it have air conditioning in the back? Grant says no, it doesn't. So this is what makes it even more interesting, right? This is during the pandemic, right? These same knuckleheads, they would go inside of the grocery store. They had a mask requirement, and they would say, they walk in there with their mask, and the mask wouldn't be over their nose. They would let the mask scoot down, right? And then you see the little snot and the little boogers coming out of their nose, right? They put the mask on, and you go, sir, listen, I need you to put the mask all the way over your nose like this, right? All right, that way your germs don't spread out and get other people. Shoo, this is what they would do all over the produce. They do that all over the produce. I can't wear that mask because if you make me wear that mask, I can't breathe. They crash out in there, right? And you'd be like, okay, I get it. I'm going somewhere else because I don't want to get your germ. It's clear you can't breathe wearing a mask. But then we find out that when Donald Trump summoned you to the United States Capitol, you had no problem putting on those masks and cramming your special behinds in the back of those U-Hauls. See how we catch you MAGA folks in your lies? You're a disgrace to this country, and you're a disgrace to this nation. All right? But these are the folks that decided to follow Donald Trump, his orders to attack the Capitol on January 6th. And so what happened next, ladies and gentlemen, is, when they got to the Capitol, how many of you know who Marjorie Taylor Greene is, right? When they got to the Capitol, the Marjorie Taylor Greene, the woman we suspect may have planted those pipe bombs around the Capitol, right? Look at her. Yeah, she gave them some orders on what to do next. Listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lieutenant Marge is what I call her. Listen to what she told these supporters.
Everything. If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building. Finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection. We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. President Trump won by a landslide. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board. We already have a lot of people engaged.
Right.
Okay, stay tuned.
Right. So she's instructing the Trump supporters to attack the United States Capitol. This is what happened on January 6th, all right? And this part is the part that really drives me crazy. There was a meeting that took place in the White House, ladies and gentlemen, between this guy, the criminal, Donald Trump, and his vice president at the time, Mike Pence. He goes up to Mike Pence and says, hey, Pence, pal, I got my soldiers waiting for me at the ellipse, buddy. And I got that little fake elector scheme in motion. And all we need you to do, Mr. Pence, is not certify those votes for Joe Biden, and I'll take care of the rest. And what did Mike Pence do? In an act of bravery, one I never expected him to do, because look at what he stands for, right? He stood up to Donald Trump and said, sir, unfortunately, that's a bridge too far. I cannot obey that command because in order for me to do that, that would require me to place you above the United States Constitution, a document that our founding fathers, the framers, fought and bled for. A document that our soldiers and many Americans to this day continue to fight and bleed for. I cannot do that, Mr. President. And so what does Donald Trump do? He leans into Mike Pence, violating his airspace. And his breath is smelling like Big Macs and Diet Coke. And he says, you know what your problem is, Pence? You're a little too honest. And he calls him the P word, the same P word that you heard in the Access Hollywood tape. This guy isn't a Christian at all. He's disturbing and disgusting. I'll take care of this myself, Mr. Pence. Security! He shouts out to his Secret Service. Take me to meet with my soldiers that are waiting for me at the ellipse. They're wet and ready for Donnie. This is what he told them. Sir, those people are armed. They got tactical gear. They got military equipment, brass knuckles, tasers, and things like that. It's not safe. He says, really? They got that? Yes, sir. I don't care. They're not bringing that stuff to harm me. Take me to be with my troops. Secret Service, they had no choice but to oblige, right, Queen Flea? So they took him to meet up with his soldiers that were waiting for him at the ellipse. All right, you remember? Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. There they are. He gets to the ellipse, looks out and sees all of these MAGA demons waiting for him to give the next order. And he rose to the occasion and said, you know what? I'm going to make sure I encourage all of these supporters of mine to do some criminal activities. I'm going to encourage them to engage in heinous acts of violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
You hear that? He's encouraging his supporters to go to the Capitol, and he even said he would be right there with them. Was he ever there with you, MAGA? Did he ever go to the Capitol with you? Nope. All right, but you know what was going on? You know what was in the mind of these supporters, right, ladies and gentlemen? You know, because people say it was a peaceful protest, or they'll say, Zeus, you left out the part where he says peaceful. Thank you for the subscription. You left out the part where he said peaceful. His supporters didn't hear that. You know what they heard? You want to know what his supporters did hear? They heard this.
So, let's have trial by combat.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved.
So, let's have trial by combat.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
So, let's have trial by combat.
That's what was going on in the mind of his supporters. So they are ready, they're primed, and they're ready to fight. They're ready to take over the United States Capitol. All right? You know who Ashley Babbitt is? I got proof of this, right? I got proof that that's what was in their mind. Because how many of you remember Ashley Babbitt, who was there that day, who had been riled up by Donald Trump? She believed the big lie. She listened to his encouraged violence speech. She heard Rudy Giuliani come up there, trial by combat, and she was ready to go. She was ready to lay down her life for Donald J. Trump. We got her on audio. Listen to what Ashley Babbitt was saying on January 6th.
District, why don't you worry about your own goddamn district and the shit that's going on there? You are a complete, I'm telling you right now, I'm putting all you on notice. Every single one of you politicians in California, Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown, Maxine Waters, Duncan Hunter, what the hell is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this Margaret Karen. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. Your people can't get to work. Our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political power. Capital and a mob. There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on the ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue, patriots and Trump.
A sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots for Trump. This is Ashley. Oh, she's not wrong. Oh, so we all agree then that this was Trump supporters. Thank you for confirming that. I don't ever want to talk about BLM, Antifa, the FBI, or Nancy Pelosi. Thank you for confirming that. You see, we're making progress now. This is 110% Donald Trump and his supporters' fault, ladies and gentlemen. The attack on the United States Capitol on January 6th. The responsibility and blame falls squarely on them. So that's Ashley Babbitt riled up. And we all know what happened to Ashley Babbitt next, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment right before Ashley Babbitt lost her life in the battlefield for Donald Trump. That's right before Ashley Babbitt lost her life in the battlefield for Donald Trump. We all witnessed it. And what did Donald Trump do, ladies and gentlemen? What did Donald Trump do when one of his foot soldiers lost their life in the battlefield? Does anyone know what Donald Trump did? How about this? I'll help you understand what he did.
Some information that stands out to me is that Donald Trump was passed a note after one of the rioters was shot in the Capitol and was made clear that this person had been shot, this woman had been shot in the chest. And the valet says that he offered no reaction upon learning that. He kept sitting in the chair watching the violence unfurl on TV.
A non-reaction at the death of Ashley Babbitt.
We love Ash.
A non-reaction at his own foot soldier, Ashley Babbitt, losing her life. See, this is why when these supporters, these Trump supporters come in and then they want to try to debate me, I don't even really have to waste any time. Because look at all the evidence that shows Donald Trump was behind January 6th. He didn't have anything to say after Ashley Babbitt lost her life believing his big lie. She wouldn't have been there if he wouldn't have said the 2020 election was rigged. If he would have conceded to Joe Biden and never organized this little stop the steal thing, nobody would be sitting in those jail cells right now calling themselves hostages. And you Trump supporters refuse to hold him accountable for this, right? And this is the January 6th that millions of Americans will remember. It wasn't a peaceful protest, no. It was a domestic terrorist attack organized and executed by Donald J. Trump and his inner circle. It was an act of treason. It was a disgrace to this country that a sitting president of the United States would have engaged in such a felonious act. High crimes and misdemeanors, if you ask me. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Ginger. You know what we got to do? We got to tap into another update about one of those J6ers who's recently been brought to justice. A New Jersey man has been sentenced to 12 years on January 6 charges. Hallelujah. All right. Including assaulting law enforcement. Christopher Joseph Quaglin, 37, was found guilty last year on 14 charges, including 12 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. The U.S. Attorney's Office of D.C. said in a statement that he traveled to Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021, after posting on social media that he planned to fight against the government and urged others to bring gas masks, full body armor, and other weapons to the United States Capitol. Authorities said Quaglin was part of the first group of rioters that pushed past police barricades at Peace Circle, adding that he engaged in violence with law enforcement officers once he made it to the west front of the Capitol. Thank you, Nana, for the subscription. Quaglin repeatedly pushed into officers before attacking a United States Capitol's police sergeant by grabbing him by the neck and tackling him. Adding that Quaglin hit another officer with a gas mask and continued to push into officers and clash with the police line throughout the day. Quaglin took aim at U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden before and after he was sentenced. Quote, "You're Trump's worst mistake of 2016. That's what he told the judge, who was nominated by Trump in 2017. Quaglin also said that the riot was not an insurrection, saying it was if it was, he would have brought a long pew pew. Wow. Defiant, huh? He's defiant. McFadden said during the hearing that Quaglin's actions were, quote, shocking and lawless. Quote, January 6th is not simply an anomaly for you, McFadden said. You've allowed it to define you. More than 1,424 individuals have been charged with crimes related to January 6th attack on the Capitol, including more than 500 people who have been charged with assaulting or impeding law enforcement. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened on January 6th, and thank God another individual has been brought to justice. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this seditionist, treasonous traitor, Mr. Quaglin, whatever his name is, what he deserves for committing treason in the United States. Join me in giving him what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. Get him out of here. 12 hard years.
You MAGA demon.
All right, and because he's been sentenced, let's send him off the old-fashioned way. Yeah. What else?
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
You hear that? You hear that, MAGA? That's your cult leader after he played you all like a fiddle. This is why you're experiencing what you're experiencing out here on the internet right now. Because you won't come out of that deranged fog that you have found yourselves in as a result of your unwavering loyalty to Donald Trump. This is some sick and twisted stuff you've gotten yourself in. You're right. The rest of the world is laughing at you. They're not laughing at Zeus or anybody else that thinks along the same lines as I do. They're laughing at you. You want to know why they're laughing at you, MAGA? Because you got to understand, Donald Trump is running a circus. You do get that, right, MAGA? He's running the largest circus known to mankind. I mean, look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. These are Trump supporters. Dressed, what is you only dress like that when you're going to a circus. You don't dress like that anywhere else. And I'll give you another reason why I say Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a running a circus. All right, you know what it is. He does exactly what a clown does. Right? He does exactly what a clown does. Right? A clown puts on makeup, doesn't it? Right? Doesn't this guy do the same thing? He puts that orange makeup on. He powers his. I look so good, don't I, Melania? Ooh, don't I look so good, Trump supporters? He gets out there and does it every day. A clown puts on a wig. Donald Trump does the same thing. Puts that bird's nest right there, smack dab on his cranium. He does the same. You know, the clown that got that little suit, the little thing around the waist? Yeah, Donald Trump, he has the diaper on. He got the little diaper on. You can see it. Go look. And he puts that same crumpled blue suit with that ridiculous red tie on. You always got a friend, big red shoes. Do you believe in magic? That, you know, he's on that type of time, all right? He's even selling gold shoes. You know, you go to a circus, you can buy anything, but it's fake, right? Donald Trump is doing the same thing, MAGA. He's selling you fake gold shoes. You buy them up, especially you blacks for Trump. You know, what do they like? Shoes. Okay, well, let's give them some shoes and put some gold on them, charging $500. And never give it to him. Easy money out of you guys. He's selling you fake money, Trump bucks. He's selling you stock in a business that's going nowhere. All right? I mean, you guys still believe this guy is a successful businessman? He's cheated on all of his wives. He's in court every other day. I mean, goodness gracious, how many gag orders does he need? And you all are still supporting him, sending him all your hard-earned money. You're right. The rest of the world is laughing at you because you're so foolish. You're so foolish and you don't get it. All right? But I know in due time you will get it because we're going to make sure this nasty, abusive relationship that Donald J. Trump and his supporters have with each other, we're going to make sure we put it to an end. Right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, listen, that concludes my monologue. I went well over my time, but it's Memorial Day, so we got a little extra time. All right. And let's continue on. All right, now let's open up these boxes, ladies and gentlemen, and hear from those of you who are actually brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. All right. You know what the rule is. You get 3 minutes or so to basically speak your piece, say what you must say about whatever is on your mind. You know, there's really nothing off limits over here. All right. But listen, I got to say this. If you're a Trump supporter and you feel like, you know what, I'm going to come into Zeus's box and I'm going to challenge Zeus or any of his panelists, I'll say this. Bring a screenshot of whatever it is that you're talking about. Because outside of that, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's misinformation. Anything a Trump supporter says is automatic misinformation or disinformation, one of the two. Because I've never met an honest Trump supporter. All right, I've never met one that could actually provide credible evidence to support any of the things that they are saying, right? Like Joe Biden is a criminal. No, Joe Biden is not a criminal. Joe Biden hasn't even been impeached. I mean, and the hate that they have for Joe Biden, I would have said, shoot, as much hate as there is out there about President Joe Biden, I am sorely disappointed in the people in the Republican Party in Congress, you know, Jim Jordan, James Comer, and all of them. I am sorely disappointed that they have failed to impeach Joe Biden with whatever evidence that they have. So I have no choice but to conclude that there is no evidence that Joe Biden is a criminal, and that's how that works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move it along.
Good morning, good morning, and to the good veterans, happy Memorial Day for you guys.
Good morning, absolutely.
For you Trump supporting veterans, I'm not going to say anything mean right now. Let you have your day.
Yeah,
we can do it tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Did you hear about Donald Trump being booed at the Libertarian convention, whatever?
Yeah, I did, but you're more than welcome to speak on it. I mean, what is your take on?
I like that Donald Trump said that he'll put a libertarian in his administration, and he goes, "That's a big thing."
Yeah.
You vote for me, I'll put somebody from the Libertarian Committee, up in here. Yeah. But there's not a darn thing
Yeah.
that Trump follows or the Libertarian follow with Trump.
Yeah.
Not one thing.
Yeah. He's so desperate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. And it over the weekend I made a couple videos.
Okay. And what was it? And what were these videos about? What inspired you to make these videos, brother? Attacking.
Well, the fact that they are panicking in regards to the court case, and they're still trying to say that Donald Trump didn't pay Stormy Daniels off. We don't care about the sex part. We don't care about that.
Yeah.
I want to know, and I made a video.
Okay.
If Michael Cohen, who's been working for Trump for 10 years, he's receiving a salary from him.
Correct.
What additional legal proceedings did Michael perform to receive $420,000 extra? Why did Alan Weisselberg break down payment to Michael Cohen?
He wrote it on that sheet. You mean that sheet of paper?
All that. And how come why didn't the defense team bring out his other paychecks from past?
The real paychecks.
Yeah, right.
That's a good question.
So why didn't the defense team say this is the activity that Michael Cohen performed to receive an additional above his salary that he's getting paid already for the past 10 years? This is what he did for us to receive $420,000.
That makes sense to me.
And why was that broke up in $35,000 increments?
Anybody out there, any Trump supporter, have an answer to these questions? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, it's real simple. They keep on saying that Trump didn't do anything, didn't know anything. Well, if he didn't do anything, didn't know anything, then why is he signing the checks?
I thought he divested from his businesses, by the way.
No, he did not divest from his business. That's the thing. It's already been proven. Yeah, another lie. But the thing is, he's on Conversation. He lied about Stormy Daniels. Then he said, "So what?" Blah blah blah. I mean, he's gone both ways on that Conversation with knowing her, and we don't care. Well, morally, we care that he, screwed somebody behind his wife's back multiple times.
Right.
But the thing is this. Donald Trump has always lied about business activities. It has been proven with Letitia James in Florida and in New York in regards to what he did there. He's lied about attacking people. He says he does this. He denies it. Then it comes out that he did do this. But then the Trump lovers don't care that he did it, even though he says he didn't do it. But he did do it. But he said he did it, and they don't care that he did it. And we're manipulating his words. How are we manipulating? Yeah, how are we manipulating his words when we're using what he says, whether it be audio or video? How are we manipulating?
Well, you mean like when we play what happened on J6 and they go, well, you left out the part peacefully and patriotically. That stuff?
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah. How are we manipulating his words? Or when he says, I walked into the dressing rooms of these models in the teen model, and women have come out and said it, but you're saying we're taking it out of context. He didn't say that. He really didn't say that, even though he did say it on Howard Stern.
Yep.
So why are you guys, I don't have to lie to like Biden.
Nope, we don't.
Why do you guys have to lie to like Trump? From his hats to his shoes to his NFT cards to his fake money to his fake Bible. Everything with Donald Trump is fake, and you guys are making it real.
No lies detected.
Why do you guys always have to make something real when it's fake? Why do you have to lie? Why do you have to cover for them? And then why do you have to lie about other people because you don't like them? I don't have to cover for Joe Biden. I'm not going to lie for Joe Biden, and I'm not going to cover for Joe Biden. But you guys do everything that we say you're doing, and then you deny it, even though it's right in front of our face and your face. And then, by the way, if you don't want to be called out to be a liar, then don't lie. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I posted some Russian caviar on a.
Oh, wow.
And I played the Russian national anthem on my video.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna have to check it out, bro. All right.
Yeah, I got dancing bears on there.
Oh my goodness. Hey. That's what it's about. Exposing the liar. That's what this is about. Attacking, exposing liars on TikTok.
But no names were said. Just
right. We keep it clean. All right. We don't need to put an address. All right. Thank you for making an effort.
And,
all right.
And bears can be anybody. They can be anything.
Yeah, because I've already done the research, and yes, I'm okay with us identifying Trump supporters as bears. That because Russian bears.
Right. And by the way, caviar is expensive, $3,100.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Tell them.
But anyway, you have a good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Everybody be safe, and we will see each other in somebody's broadcast sometime today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. I don't mind letting people, because see, this show, as much as it is about holding Trump accountable, it also is about giving Americans that are engaged and curious about politics the opportunity to be heard as well. So that's why I enjoy really letting other people come up and speak their truth. All right, but like I said, if you're a Trump supporter and you're possessed with that MAGA demon, please just continue to sit down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, you really might pick up on something and learn something. Go and actually listen to what we're saying and go look it up yourself. All right, you might actually learn something. But if you're dug in supporting Donald Trump, I understand this live is making you uncomfortable. And it's like I say at the top of my show, all right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Bingo. Good morning, Brother Levi. How are you doing, champ?
Good morning, Zeus and Kingdom. I'm doing very well, thank you.
All righty.
Before I get started, I just wanted, if you don't mind, give a very short safety brief. It is Memorial Day, and I want to make sure that everybody's being safe. If you're out on a boat, please wear your life jacket. Please don't drink and drive. This weekend is a somber weekend for me. I am celebrating the life of my brothers and sisters who I lost throughout my career in the military. Before Donald Trump, became president and spewed his nonsense about veterans and combat veterans specifically, I would take a pause and I wouldn't talk politics on Memorial Day weekend just to honor my brothers and sisters. But times have changed, as they say.
Yeah.
Times have changed, and I think it's more critical now that we discuss the importance of his disdain and his lack of complimentary quotes about our brothers and sisters in arms and our country. I think it's very important that we understand that the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, should respect the Constitution of the United States of America and respect all branches of the government, to include the military.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're in a position now where he is he's getting booed, rightfully so. He's getting heckled, rightfully so. And I'm just wondering, Zeus, do you think, I think I know the answer, but do you think it's time for MAGA to choose another candidate?
Yeah. if they want to survive, if they want to actually, have a chance of actually having the opportunity to reintegrate with American society in a positive way, yes. Because you know what I say, right? It's they got a this is an abusive relationship between him, Trump, and his supporters, right? They won't hold him accountable. He won't hold them accountable, and they just escalate the nasty behavior. It just escalates higher and higher, and it gets more and more out of bounds. That's my opinion, at least.
Yeah, and I just have a message for the veterans who still support Donald Trump. It's unbecoming of you to support someone who is against your oath. You're violating your oath by supporting him, and I strongly encourage you to turn in your DD 214 along with all your service ribbons and everything, so you can join the MAGA party. Because at the end of this election, MAGA is going to split. They already split from the Republican Party, but
Mm.
MAGA is going to split. And I strongly encourage you to get on, what is a good vacation website and buy your ticket to Russia and just stay there.
But
I
why
will.
why are they going to split? I'm just curious.
I think that the MAGA party is going to morph into some sort. They've already morphed into a white nationalist party, but I think
Oh,
after this election, they're going to be so mad and they're going to be so they're going to be soiling in their diapers, so
yeah,
to speak.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, so that's my take on
Got it.
that.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what losers do, right? Then,
Yeah, losers stick together, and that's what's going to happen. And
mm,
who knows? The entire Republican Party may become the MAGA Party. Who knows? They may change their name. They don't have anything they're running on. So
yeah, right, right, right. I mean, these are all valid points. And so what I'm hearing is one, you don't think Donald Trump is going to win, which is great. But what do you think about this New York hush money trial? Do you think they're actually going to arrive at the right conclusion, if you know what I mean?
yeah, I think I still have faith in the American people. I still have faith in our justice system. Unlike MAGA and
Yeah.
his supporters, they don't believe in any of the institutions that we've had over 200 years. But I will say that all it takes is one person who is waist deep in the cult. Um, I think the evidence is there to convict if they go through by all the evidence and not just
Yeah.
one person's testimony. That they like
Yeah.
to say that, oh, the entire case is leaned on Michael Cohen's testimony, which is untrue, right?
Nope.
So,
Nope.
I think it's going to be a guilty verdict.
Thank
That's
you.
my
Me
take. It,
too.
it should be,
Yeah.
and they're going to cry and they're going to say it's
I look forward to them crying. Like I'm going to definitely be right there. And I heard Joe Biden is actually preparing a nice, powerful message for MAGA once that verdict comes. So yeah. Oh,
yep.
oh, 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 wait, Levi, could you answer? Someone asked, guilty of what crime? If you don't mind, I know you're in a bit of a hurry, but could you help explain the crime to these folks?
Yeah, it's covering up business financial. He fraudulently placed business documents in his he cooked the book, so to speak,
Yeah.
and he's been doing that for years. And as they say, the chickens have come home to roost.
Tell them. Tell them. Well, thank you, brother. All right.
Anyway, Zeus, I appreciate you letting me up. I
And
always
and
try
when
to
are
get
you
up here.
going live? When are you go? Because I want people to make sure that they can follow you because you host lives that are a lot more engaging. You bring a lot more people up in the box than I do. I can't handle it, but you do a great job. When do you go live again, brother?
I appreciate that. I typically do it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but I'm going to do it live today since I'm off work. That's one
Okay.
of the reasons why I'm on your panel. So I appreciate
All
you.
right, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Please follow Levi. Great lives. All right. Interesting conversation. And once again, let's give him a round of applause. No lies detected.
Keep up the fight.
We will and we shall. All right. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is a show of force. We don't have to. I don't have to coordinate with anybody to make this show happen. You understand? There's a lot of truth out there, and the people you're hearing, they are the people who actually are following the facts and speaking the truth out. Someone asked, "Well, what was the crime?" And Levi said it's spot on. Cooking the books. See, Donald Trump engaged in what they call campaign finance violations. That was an in-kind contribution that he got, all right, in order to pay Stormy Daniels, mixed with falsifying business records. And they say, well, what is the falsification? There's nothing wrong with having a relationship with with another woman. That's not the issue. If he was going to pay her this hush money, there should have been something in his ledger that said payment, maybe it should have said settlement, and it should have been disclosed. But it didn't say that. All we saw outside looking in, oh, legal expense. Legal expense for what? Michael Cohen. Oh, well, what does Michael Cohen need this money for? He's my lawyer. Okay, well, where's the retainer? There's no retainer. Michael Cohen, come in here. Tell us what happened to that money. Oh, I used that money to pay off Donald Trump. Yeah, I basically set up an Essential Consultants LLC, and I funneled my home equity line of credit to pay Stormy. Then I used the money Trump gave me to reimburse that, and I hid that from my wife. Oh, that's not on the up and up. That's a crime. Sounds like you were engaging in election interference on behalf of Donald J. Trump. And we're going to use Cohen's testimony. We're going to use that innocent white sheet of paper that Alan Weisselberg violated and wrote down all the information about the crime. And we're going to use those 22 witnesses, really it's 20, all of them, and we're going to use all that evidence to come back and conclude that Donald Trump is a criminal, MAGA. It's over. Let's bring up our next panelist. Quit asking Zeus easy questions, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ask Zeus easy questions. Good morning, Z-Pac. Long time no see. You're quite the star. Good morning, Z-Pac. No, David. I'm not making anything up. Davio, Z-Pac, where did you go, brother? I don't see anything. Looks like we're having a problem connecting. Davio, no, I'm not making a single thing up. All right. Well, let me ask you a question, Davio. Z-Pac, come back. I think that you're maybe you're on at MAGA Wi-Fi. See, Davio, come on up here real quickly if you don't mind, and explain to me what I am making up. All right. I guess you don't want to come up. See how that works? All right, let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning. Jessica, the beautiful Jessica. And by the way, Jess, is that the Zeus minion right there? Are you one of Zeus's
Yeah. That's my little minion right there.
Uh-oh. Tiny Tom, your majesty is in here. He gets really upset when the minions get on the loose.
Oh, free the tank top, you guys. Hashtag free the tank top. Vic the trick down there in the comments.
Oh my God. Wow.
So, I wanted to come up and talk about how, well, happy Memorial Day, first off.
Right.
And I want to let everyone know down in the comments, Tucker Carlson has been on the Russian television for about a year now. Did you know that? Have you heard about this?
No. He has a contract with Russia?
So apparently, allegedly, it was unbeknownst to him. That's what he's saying.
Oh.
But he did that interview with Putin. He had the whole tour of the towns.
Yeah.
And the subways. And
right.
all this stuff. And just talking about how wonderful it is. You spent all this, he's telling us he spent all this time in Russia. And he had no idea his show was being played there. Get out of here.
We don't believe him, right?
Get out of here.
Get out of here, Tucker. Get out of here. See, another time we catching MAGA in the lie. It's like that's part of the job requirement, right? You got to be a liar.
Oh, yeah. And someone said something about let's all believe it in the comments. Well, you want me to show my work?
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
This is something that MAGA doesn't do. So let's go through it.
You shouldn't have got her activated.
Oh, dang it. My pictures aren't working. Ooh.
Oh, sometimes the phone needs to be,
restarted.
Or you just got to try a couple of times. No, sometimes when I try to do the green screen, it takes like 5 or 6 attempts. I don't know if you got that much time.
Here, let me try.
But
Another filter.
Yeah. Jess always comes to class prepared, right, Ange? MAGA, the thing is, not one time have any of you been able to bring a screenshot to back up any of the stuff you're talking about. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not working, but I have the screenshots to prove it, and you could totally just go
What,
look it
but
up
what are the
yourself.
screenshots about though? We'll take your word. Your word is good here, Jess. Your word is good as gold.
So it was from two different articles. One was from a website that talks about propaganda. I can't pull it up off the top of my head. And then another one was The Guardian and The Hill, and those were obviously from our nation. But
Right.
it was talking about how apparently he didn't know about it. A lot of people didn't know that it was on there for a year. That was the fact checking website.
Right.
But they just found out about it a couple months ago.
Wow.
Wild.
Yeah. It just shows where his loyalty is, doesn't it?
Yeah, it truly does. They want to talk about how.
Yes, Tony. Every screenshot has to be fact checked when you're dealing with MAGA, but not with Zeus or not with Jess, because our word is good. MAGA, they got to bring facts.
They never do, though, and that's the thing. I have asked people so many times, bring up your screenshots, bring up your sources. I forget what live I was watching yesterday, and someone was asking, what do you watch?
Yeah.
He said, all of them. What do you mean all of them? Just give me one. Like they can't ever provide a source. They can't provide answers. They talk about Putin. I've heard people actually praise Putin. Praise him.
I have too. Wouldn't it be great if we got along with Russia? That's what they do.
I don't think we could.
No, but that's what Trump says, right?
Oh,
and that's,
I know.
And they go around trying to get along with Russia as if they don't know anything about American history. This is some sick stuff these supporters have gotten themselves in.
Yeah, they praise a man who served his 2 terms, right, in Russia. Another man goes in for his 4 years.
Yep.
And then he goes back in for a 3rd, 4th, 5th term, unalives political opponents. And this is the man that you guys are like, he's a good guy. That's a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. History definitely repeating itself, and it's a darn shame. Marjorie Taylor Greene has also said that the MAGA party is its own party. And I implore people to look that up more.
Right.
The 7 Bs. Look up the 7th B. That's the silent B.
What's this? Oh, well, never mind. Is it if I say it, will I not be keeping it clean?
Itch.
Oh, yeah. See. I got to keep it clean.
Yes. I think I did pretty good today. I'm going to drop down now.
Okay.
I just wanted to come up and talk about that thing playing off in Russia there.
Yeah. That's interesting, and definitely let's keep our finger on the pulse with Tucker Carlson and his Russia affiliation. All right, because see, what we got to make sure is a lot of people know what's really going on with these characters out here. That's why I say at the end of every show, these people do promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin.
Yep. And so line up to get your brown shirts and dos vidania.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Jess a round of applause. No lies detected. Yeah, you got to follow the money. That's right. You do got to follow the money. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it along. All right. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning.
Someone says Zeus zero will cry after self-reflection, then will proceed to lie to us. Same. I don't know what these. Why are they so upset? Good morning, Shay. So sorry.
They stay in a constant state of upsetness.
Bingo.
That's not a word I know, but
Yep.
For MAGA, we don't have to speak correct English. So
nope.
It's all good.
Yeah, tell them.
No need to try that out. They're like, I don't even know what that means. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how are you doing today on Memorial Day?
I am doing fantastic.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. That's what we like to hear.
I tell you, yesterday was so much fun.
You got to hang out with Nutty. I don't know what that was about, but who else
I
was there?
tell
Kim was
you.
there.
Yes, Miss
Miss
Morningstar,
Morningstar, that's who I knew it was.
Kimiko, and of course Nutty Professor.
Nice.
And Nutty came to Houston because he's worked. He gets deployed for FEMA.
Okay.
He's here in our hometown, just helping us out, helping out fellow Houstonians, getting government help to repair their homes and things like that. So so he has reached out and said, "I'm here, and let's figure it out." And so I know I want to see Morningstar. We know Kimiko's here, so it was last minute. We're like, maybe Sunday, okay? And then they're like, "Yep, let's do it." And so we went to a Salvadorian restaurant, actually. And it was a Latin kitchen, beautiful place there in downtown Houston, and we had a wonderful time. It's just so good to see them in person and give them big hugs. We just had a blast. It was so fun, and of course,
Well, that's so good. Did he follow through on that request that I told him? I said, Nutty, in order to get that H, you got to pay for the dinner. Did he do that? I'm just curious. I mean, you don't gotta. Oh, okay. I'll take your word. Okay. So yeah, Nutty, you're fired. All right. Now listen, that photo right there. It's cracking me up because
isn't that awesome?
It looks like you're a Zeus minion too.
Yes, I am a Zeus minion too. So I wanted to, for those of you that want to join the wonderful fun that we're having here, okay, for $25, just send it right here, Cash App Miss Jessica. Just Cash App Miss Jessica Rose at Mellow Po Mini. Anyway, it's right there. Just write it down. 25 smackaroos. She's worth it. Let me tell you, she's so talented at what she does. You can DM her and let her know kind of the concept of what you want.
Yep.
And like I've got the wine bottle, of course, and because I'm a som, and then so if you have some ideas of what you want, I just say, since they're going to call us Zeus minions, we might as well say, sure, yes, we are. Let's embrace it.
Right?
Let's embrace it.
Tell them.
That's the worst thing you're going to call me in my life. I'm doing pretty dang good. That's all.
Me too.
If I get bunched in with this group of people, man, I'm blessed.
It's a great badge of honor, a great badge of courage.
It is. So just send that to Miss Jessica, please. It's worth it, trust, because the details she does, your hair, your whatever, it's just amazing. So it's worth it. So if you want in on the action, you know what to do.
Thank you, Shay.
So please do that. And then let's see. So anyway, you can see my beautiful minion girl.
Oh, look at that! Look at
it! Is she pretty? The details is so cool, and it's a little big, but the wine bottle has the Zeus logo on it. So of course, we'll add that in there. So it's pretty cool. And then let's see. Did I want to show anything else? Oh yeah. You guys are so excited about the Bronx thing, and I'm like, okay, if this is what's showing up to the Bronx rallies, you can
have a Trump supporter. That's a MAGA demon.
That's a Trump supporter, and he's holding a sign that says Trump. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. The other thing, did y'all see this? Ridiculous. I mean, Trump had a rough weekend. I think he's been losing his head, but there's been a couple of real embarrassing things that he's been doing.
Yeah.
Like, let me show you a few things. If y'all haven't seen this, because y'all don't pay attention to anything. You're not being shown anything.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Okay, here we go. I'll show y'all something. This is pretty hysterical. Oh, dang it. Where'd it go? Okay, hold on.
Yeah. That picture, that picture did something right there, Shay. They said you got to warn them next time before you show us one of those.
Y'all. I'm just like, if that's what we're supposed to hit. By the way, okay, here's one thing I thought was really interesting. So Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
Of course, our commander-in-chief is out there doing graduation ceremonies for West Point. He's out there laying wreaths in Arlington. Barack Obama was out there laying wreaths in Alexandria. There's all kinds of stuff. But while he's doing that, Trump has a rally where he basically says that he wants to free this guy. Let's see what it is. He spent his day promising to release a guy by the name of Ross Ulbricht from jail.
Oh, yeah, for the libertarians, right? Yeah. What does he
Yeah,
do? Silk Road, right? He's
Silk
behind.
Road,
Yeah. Okay.
which is the founder of an online illegal and child schmex trafficking marketplace called Silk Road.
Sick.
I mean, come on. You guys are so about, but he did this for schmex trafficking. He did that. No, he did. Stop. That was the
Wow.
Republican Party that did it. He had nothing to do. This guy has absolutely no care about any of that. All he said is like, "Oh, I'll free one of your members." He doesn't care what this guy did. He doesn't even look into it. It's
Wow.
disgusting.
Wow. You see what we're
It's
saying?
absolutely disgusting. I mean, the comparison in what these guys are doing. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. And the other thing he was doing is make this. Oh, okay. I got two more things. Why is he saluting during Amazing Grace? Why is he saluting during Amazing Grace? Anybody?
Embarrassing. He's a disgrace to this country.
I mean, he's an idiot. Why
I've
did
never
he
seen
salute
anything like
Amazing
this in my
Grace?
life.
I guess he thought this was. I don't know what he thought this was. A patriotic song? It's Amazing
Wow.
Grace, y'all. That's an as they call it, a Negro hymnal. Like,
Huh! Tell him,
is he
Shay.
sal-
Old school
is he
Negro
saluting
spiritual.
a Negro hymn? Like, that's what it's called. I hate using that word, but I mean, it's an appropriate word, I know, but Anyway, but that's what it's called. But
He's clearly out to lunch mentally. This shows that he's not really wrapped too tight upstairs. This is sad. MAGA,
Yes.
this is your cult leader.
Yeah, why is he saluting Amazing Grace, y'all? Okay, last thing. I'm going to show you how propaganda works on you guys. Are you ready? He's at the NASCAR race, okay?
Okay.
The last thing. There he is. So they're videoing him waving to a large crowd. As you can see, the crowd is not cheering for him, right? Okay.
I don't even think the crowd knows he's there.
No, they don't even know he's there. So what they're doing is they're going to pan and get the entire crowd cheering, right? And then they're going to pan him waving at them.
Oh.
That's how they're editing the videos. So this guy got a hold of the setup and he's back filming it, showing, oh, this is how they're doing it. He's not they don't even know he's there. He's covered by the presidential car and the thing here and all that.
Yeah.
That's how they edit the videos. And then you're gonna see this video. I guarantee you on Truth Social, Trumpies. Hey, Tigger, go look on Truth Social. I know you belong there. I know you there. So go watch, and they're gonna show. Look, oh my God, he showed up at NASCAR. Look at all the love I got at NASCAR, and it's an edited video. There it is.
Wow.
That's how they're doing
it. It's that easy to trick Trump supporters, huh?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. But here, we're busting him left and right. We're trying to wake you guys up. We're doing everything we can to help you understand all of this. And but you have to be able to see it for yourselves. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but it's nothing but a charade, y'all. And we're trying to set this up because in 5 months you're going to lose.
Yep.
You're going to lose. And we're telling you why, because we're looking at the numbers. We're looking at everything going on. Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking at his crowd sizes. We're looking at the amount of people showing up.
His Truth Social platform's tanking, right?
Yes.
I mean, nothing about him says success. Nothing.
Nothing.
Mark, no, Mark.
Mark,
In 5, Mark, you're lost. Tell him, Shay.
When you lose, you need to understand. We're trying to tell you so you don't, because they're going to tell you it's rigged. They're going to tell you we stole it again.
Yeah,
Tell you everything. Even though now he's telling his voters to vote early and vote by mail. I find that funny as hell.
Yeah.
Right? Because he screwed up last election. Said don't go to the polls. Don't vote by mail. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then he even in Georgia told him not to vote.
Just says thank you.
Yeah, and
Thank
Georgia,
you for the subscription.
in Georgia he told him not to vote because he didn't like Brian Kemp. And it cost him the Georgia election. I mean, guys, he does it to himself. But anyway, all right. I know I've been on way too long. But
Well,
anyway,
it's fine.
if you want your minion, you know what to do.
All
So,
right. Well, listen. Maybe we can get a group photo of Zeus and the minions later. All right. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
depending on how many are still here once the show ends, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
and,
that would be
and,
fun.
and that way, the Trump supporters who like to call you all, because see, we didn't come up with the Zeus's minion thing, right?
Nope.
That was something evil that they tried to do, right? We're gonna try to do this evil attack on Zeus and all the people that go to his show by calling them the Zeus minions, and then it's backfired. Now it's completely backfired on them.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so amazing and it's so beautiful and it's all love, right?
Isn't it? It's all love. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Absolutely, my friend. All right. Love you, man.
All right. Love you
Bye,
too.
everybody in Kingdom. Thank you for the love.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. No lies detected. Yeah. I see that there's a lot of MAGA demons down in my comment section, and listen, if you have a problem dealing with the truth still to this day, you got to really work on that. All right, seriously, none of us are here lying and spreading information. It is you who are living in denial. Good morning, Nana. Hello, nice to see you, and awesome. You're a minion. Wow.
Yay!
Oh my
we
goodness.
are out here in force, let me tell you, Like, all right, if somebody wants to tell us that we can't think on our own, that we're Zeus's minions, hey,
Right.
I'm good with that.
Right. I mean, listen, all they're doing is confirming that we're all telling the truth at the end of the day.
There you go.
Right. Now, how have you
yeah.
been, though? How have you been? I haven't checked in with you in a
I've
while.
been very good. Today is definitely where I wanted to go. Today is definitely a day of reflection and a day to memorialize all of those veterans that went before me and our brothers and sisters. And in order to defend democracy or a democratic republic,
right?
They gave all, and they knew that when they signed on the dotted line. I knew that. We all know that. So that was the ultimate sacrifice, and it's the ultimate slap in the face that in the support of that democracy,
right,
Trump and his little gang of whatever want to be fascist and openly say that they want a dictatorship. And that's just totally disrespecting all of those that did lay down their lives in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, etc. That it
goes against, from what I understand, this is exactly what the framers, those that founded this country, this is exactly what they were against, right?
Yep.
And here we are with this guy Donald Trump and his supporters basically doing everything they can to destroy the Constitution.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that that any veteran could actually support this crap. And we don't want to get outrageous or anything, but there's way more of us than there are of them that are running their mouths. So, we're out here, guys, and we'll continue to defend our Constitution.
Our Constitution and our democracy. Let me ask you a question. What do you think all of this animosity with MAGA, the animosity that they have with the Democrats, where do you think it all began in your estimation?
Wow, it began. It was heightened by Trump making it okay, but it's been there for a long time. I live in Virginia. I live in the county that had the most chattel slavery in the state, and I don't know. I think a lot of the YT people are in this area are part of that. That's been going on since the Civil War, or at least
since the beginning of the nation was founded, right? It's always been an issue.
It's always been an issue, and it's not right. And those of us that know better, uh, regardless of the color of our hands, our palms, whatever, we need to work at that, and we need to
Yeah, we
we need to
need to do the work.
deconstruct. Yeah, yes. So yeah, we just have to get out there and do what we need to do, and educate people. It's been going on for a long time, and it's been going on since the Civil War, but it continues, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Well, we're all committed. We all have our hands on the plow. All right, Nana, and we will continue to do this work to resist Donald J. Trump and his cult. All right, and all of this evil, misogyny, bigotry, racism, and you name it that they're trying to promote. All right.
yes. And I will say the way to start doing that, like you said, is like get your feet on the ground, put your feet on the dirt. Get
Yeah.
out there. You can see my minions picture. Get out there, plant a seed, do some gardening, get rid of the hatred.
Yeah.
It we got to get together somehow. So that's a good place to start. Get your
Yep.
feet on the ground. All right,
Amen.
Zeus, you have a great day, and everybody remember what this day is truly all about. And
Absolutely.
we'll continue to be wearing the bib overalls and the minion.
Amen. All right. And listen, thank you so much for the support. I really do mean it. All right. I didn't know I was going to get this kind of support and love when I got out here. But you know what? It's totally appreciated. All right. Thank you so much.
And real quick, congratulations on your appearance on MSNBC.
Thank you, Maureen, for the subscription. You're right. Isn't that amazing? Who would have thought little old Zeus would end up, in those kind of spaces, right? It just goes to show you that you never know who's listening, and you should be on your best behavior, right, when you're out here on the internet. At least that's how I think. Seriously.
Exactly. All right. Take care, and everybody have a great Memorial Day.
All right, you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Nana. Tap to congratulate. I see your peace and locks. All right, I see your peace and locks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, listen, we are having a great show this morning. I mean, what more could you ask for? Good morning, Nico. How are you doing, champ? Long time no see.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, I saw you on MSNBC, right? I thought it was high.
You saw that? You saw that?
Yeah.
You see they had my features like that? Oh my gosh, I said, wow.
Look,
I saw twice.
Hey, Zeus, I was like, hold up, is that Zeus? I said, Lord Jesus, please, Zeus, don't be in trouble.
Hey.
No, Zeus, I tried to send you a video, man. You know the video with Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Yeah, which one? At airport?
Yes, man, I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, when the lady walked by, we was walking up from the Five Guys.
Yeah.
Because the Five Guys is right behind where she was standing. And all we heard was people laughing and clowning. What's going on? We heard a lady walking by. You don't like that, huh? And walk. We like, what happened?
Wow.
And the lady showed the video. Her man, you should have seen her face, man.
Wow.
Man.
She looked real sick after she heard
hey,
that. Huh?
Zeus, she was clowning through the whole Reagan National Airport. Man. And somebody said, look, but what's crazy is somebody heard her say somebody say, I hate these people. Zeus, I swear I wish I could have caught that on video, man.
Wow.
Woo, I would have definitely sent that to you.
She said that?
It was a lady standing by.
Oh my God.
And she laughed, right? She said, oh my God, I wish I could have caught that on video. What she say?
Yeah.
She just said, I hate these people.
She's gonna have a lot of hate. She's gonna get a lot more hate than that. Trust me. See, she didn't understand that what she did when you attack one is like attacking all, right? She didn't understand that. All right, now she's finding out the hard way.
You see how baby girl got out of character?
Yeah.
She had to control herself.
Yeah.
Man, she was like baby girl. Man, woo, she had to bite her tongue, man. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She jumped up. Yeah, she said the wrong thing about that sister. And another thing, Zeus, that kind of really pissed me off. Excuse my French. It's a guy on here, a black guy. He's a hardcore Trump supporter. When he talked, he sounded like he one of the stuntmans off radio.
Oh,
I can't remember his name.
So he's in his sunken place. He's drinking out of that dangerous cup with the Kool-Aid in it, huh?
Yeah, he had a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene. So I got on his site And I said, so wait a minute, brother. So you agree? I said, so you condone that woman, whether she's black or white, disrespecting that woman? You're not going to talk bad about my Marjorie Green. And I said, dog. I mean, dog, let me ask you something. When you clean Trump's house, do they pay you or do they just give you scraps? Because it's like, hey Zeus, Trump supporters, man, are gone.
They gone.
They gone, Trump.
They blowing in the wind. They blowing in the wind, right?
Man, it was people, man. Like I said, when that happened at that airport, man, and people clown, man, the main people that clowned her was women, white and black.
Oh, Rick, you got a Zeus minion. Wow. All right. Wow.
They
said it was white and black that was
white
clowning
and
her
black.
in the
Well,
airport.
Put like this, every woman that, because it's a lot of Ethiopian women working there too, and they understood what was going on, and she stood by the wall, ain't say nothing. That's when she made the comment, and the lady heard her, and the lady said, "Oh gosh," she said, "I wish I'd have caught her saying that on tape." Oh, she said tape. She was older when she said tape, but she said, yeah, she said, "I hate these people." And the lady said, "Oh Jesus," that's what she said. Because we heard her say, "Oh Jesus."
Yeah.
But we didn't know why she said it. She said,
Got
"Oh
it.
Jesus," because she heard her say, she said, "I hate these people." I'm telling you, Marjorie Taylor Greene want to say the N-word so bad.
Oh, she might actually slip up and say
I think she gonna say it. I'm telling you, Zeus, she gonna say it. And the people of Georgia is voting for these clowns. And I'm trying to figure out, we always get in an argument about, what they doing. I said, brother, Republicans has done nothing for y'all. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
They have done nothing for y'all. I said, I said, y'all hate Joe Biden so bad that y'all won't even get a man his props. And like you said, we don't praise and worship Joe Biden. We can. I said we're loyal enough to check him on his mistakes. You guys don't. Every time you look around, remember I told you before, it's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah. They can never take accountability if they're MAGA. It's always like you said, it's the Democrats.
And they talking about, and they were talking about the 210 judges. I said, brother, let me tell you something. If we did half of the stuff that Trump doing in court right now, we'd be under the jail.
Amen. Amen. We would. Tell them.
You know it. Hey, Zeus, you know as a black man, Zeus, you know it. Let us call the judge's daughter.
Hey, you in trouble just for doing that. And this is why when we have these conversations with Trump supporters and they talk about that ridiculous two-tier justice system, we look at them and we go, are you serious?
Yes.
You just now figured out the FBI and the DOJ weren't playing fair?
No, you know what though? You know what, Zeus? They ain't playing fair because Trump, they holding Trump accountable. So when they wasn't holding Trump accountable, they were the best thing since sliced cheese.
Oh, remember they said comply. All he had to do, Nico, was comply.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing I was telling my man about the Ashley Babbitt, the God rest her soul that got pew pew.
Yeah.
It was a guy it was a guy on here that I was talking to. He was going back and forth. I said, I'm gonna tell you what then. Well, she said no. The man told her to stand down. Coming through that window, he told her plenty. I said, I tell you what.
But you know what? It was a brother, right? That told her to stand down.
It was a white man that shot her. It was that pew pew. That pew pew.
No, I think it was the black guy.
I think you sure? I thought it was a black guy.
Yeah, I forgot his name though. It was a brother. All right, but see, I know what she did, right?
Yeah.
She looked at him and then she said, "I don't gotta respect you."
But what made her more mad? I said, I tell you what. Well, maybe she should have did what we all do. Maybe she should have complied. Yep. Oh my God, he got in his feelings, Zeus. What do you mean? I said, well, ain't that what y'all tell us all the time? Maybe we should have complied. Well, maybe she should have complied. Yep. Oh, I said, I know what it is. It don't register when it comes to y'all. Just black.
Was a black officer. Yeah, I thought it was a black officer that did it. And I know what Ashley did. She saw him and she says, I don't gotta respect that individual.
Yep.
I'm better than him. No way I gotta respect him.
Yep. And Trump, and I tell my mans all the time, I said, Trump got that woman taken from her family, man. She fought. I said, all you idiots are willing to risk your lives, your careers, your reputation for a man that cares nothing about you. And the craziest thing is he shows you he don't care nothing about you. He lied to y'all. He shows you the lie. He shows you the con, and you still follow him. He said, "Well, you're going to say." I said, "Don't nobody care about his essay. I mean, the payoff. Nobody care about that. He lied about what he did, and the thing was, they know he did it, and he keep lying. It's like, and you guys, I said, did a man photoshops a crowd in New York, and then when it's proven that it's not that many people, you still believe? I'm like, I said, y'all just let me know where y'all go buy the Kool-Aid, so I won't get the same packs. I'm not, I don't want to get the same packs y'all getting.
Nope.
But I ain't gonna hold you up, Zeus, baby. I just want to say congrats, man, on that MSNBC thing.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank
you, brother. I love your energy too, man. I mean, Nico, you coming in sturdy and early with it, all right? I love it.
Like I said, I work at the airport, so we get everybody up there at Reagan National, from all the congressmen and everybody. So if I ever get some good stuff, you will be the first one to get it.
Oh my goodness! All right, brother. But listen, make sure we stay connected. All right, like
you got it, my brother. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Nico coming in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you see what we do, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show for us. All right. And as you can see, no lies have been detected. But you know what? I see a MAGA demon out there spamming my chat with Trump 2024. What is this MAGA demon saying to Zeus? All right, hold on. Who is this? See, when you come into my live and you spam my chat, you definitely need to be prepared to be summoned to speak on why it is you're spamming my chat with that rhetoric. This is not a pro Donald Trump live. Absolutely not. If you're looking for a pro Donald Trump live, scroll on out and go back to whatever dark corner of TikTok you came from. Over here, we hold Donald Trump and his supporters accountable every single day. And you can call it whatever you want to call it. TDS, I don't give a darn. I will not rest. Thank you, Rick. I will not rest until Donald Trump is not only convicted, but sentenced, and he is a thing of the past. I never want to hear Donald Trump's name after this again, all right? He needs to go spend the rest of his life in prison. I don't care how many of you it takes to do it, all right? That's what this show is all about. And there's not anything a Trump supporter can say to me to change my mind, because here we are. I'm still waiting for them to send me a request and to bring me up a screenshot of whatever the heck it is they believe in. And not one of you have ever been able to do it. It's an embarrassment. It's a stain on our democracy. And when we go back in the history books 100 years from now and they have to write about Donald Trump and his supporters, this will probably go down as part of one of the most embarrassing things that have ever happened in this country. You know, you got smartphones, you got internet access. There's no reason to be this blind and naive. There is no reason at all, but yet these supporters continue to do it. And if there is some Kool-Aid out there and they're drinking it, they need to stop drinking that nasty Kool-Aid, right? Because this is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. All right, good morning, Miss Boss Diva, my partner in crime. How are you doing?
Partner in crime.
Hey, how's it going? Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. I don't know what's happy about it. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Really just kind of like celebrating
well, some people get the
ultimate
day off.
Sacrifice, and
yeah,
you know, I'm thankful for that sacrifice.
Well, we're grateful that we're in the United States.
Absolutely, they fought for the rights that we do have now. We did have, and
but they're about to try to take them. Yeah, we're trying to hang on to it. Isn't that amazing? We've been fighting so hard as a country to get to where we're at, and then you got a group of people trying to take us backwards.
Yeah,
it's like starting a road trip, right? And you get halfway across, and then someone in the car goes, "I don't want to do this. I want to go back home." Excuse you? You can go, but I'm already waist deep into this nonsense, right?
Right. Well, Zeus, I gotta correct Nico on one thing, and he was talking about Ashley Babbitt. Look, God ain't resting her soul. Satan is. She FaceTiming Satan right now. Okay? And Herman Cain and everybody else that's down there with her.
So you saying that she got the ultimate MAGA reward?
Yeah, because you know what? I'm with Levi. I think Levi. Yeah, the guest that you had up earlier. Yeah. I'm with him. Turn in your DD-214.
No. Wait a minute. Somebody in the comments said she was unalived, and they used the M word. Could you speak on that, Miss Boss Diva? Did somebody actually unalive her by intentionally plotting on? What is? I got to keep it clean on TikTok.
Absolutely not, Zeus.
Oh,
I'll just go ahead and, chime on in. Absolutely not.
she wasn't.
She was at the wrong place at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. Okay?
Bingo.
And so, choices have invoices.
Yep.
And
Hey.
basically she have a permanent invoice that she had to pay.
Mm. Well, when you put it in like that in business terms, I mean, it makes it crystal clear, right?
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. She was at the Capitol. Nobody was supposed to be at the Capitol. Not one soul outside of our government representatives and senators was supposed to be at that Capitol that day. There was no reason for a single solitary outsider to be anywhere near that Capitol that day on January 6th.
Mm.
Okay. Now, I mean, none in our history has anybody went to the Capitol for tourism
Yeah.
when they're counting the electoral votes.
Yep.
So that
Good
is some
morning.
crap. That
Yeah.
is some BS, right? And he
Yep.
set them all up, like you always say.
Mm-hmm.
Play them like a fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
He set them up because
Yep.
they didn't have no permit to go there, and they was not supposed to be there. Period. They wasn't going to get one if they wanted a permit. So, based off of what was going on that day, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about Jasmine because when she was, I actually was watching a whole bunch of videos last night. Of course, the booing, all the different aspects of of the interviews that they did with people that were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like F Donald Trump. It was like
Mm.
we don't want that effing clown.
Yeah.
Libertarian.
Yeah.
That was going on. That was going in. That was very, very entertaining.
He literally went there and did that for 6 votes. I hear.
I mean, Afro Man got a vote and Stormy Daniels got a vote. So
right, yeah.
He actually got 6 votes, but that was that rigged up MAGA crap that he did. He brought all them MAGA-ites up in there.
Yeah.
And tried to
Wow.
take over the whole convention. I mean, that's what you. There is no Debo in MAGA. Okay, you guys, you fail at everything. You meal team 6 to the bone. Okay.
Bingo. Tell him, Boss Diva.
But
Tell
I
him.
was going to talk about Jasmine Crockett and the readout.
Right.
He had an interview with Joy Reid, right?
Right.
And so they, she was saying that I had thumbs up and winks and comments from the other side. A lot of them said they liked her lashes. A lot of them said they was happy that she did, read her like that. They was they was patting her on the back and giving her commendations on the under because they really, basically, she said what they've been wanting to say to Marjorie Taylor Greene forever, right?
Yeah.
And I guess for whatever reason they don't have enough, cojones or spine or whatever to tell her to her face. But
right.
Really quiet as it's cat MAGA. You know what I mean? Even the MAGA in the government is tired of her.
Yeah, she's ineffective. She doesn't do anything in Congress, right?
Right.
She's just out there trying to get all the wrong attention. And you know what she stands for, the racism, right? The bigotry, the xenophobia and stuff like that she's promoting. I mean, what use does she have in our government at this point, MAGA? Seriously.
Well, she never did have any use for our government. I mean, she was just one of them people that just came and to what the devil do? Steal, keep unalive and destroy.
Amen.
So that's pretty much what her whole purpose was as soon as she stepped foot in the Congress halls, and she's been doing it ever since. So we need to make sure, y'all, check your voting registration. Okay, make sure that it's all good, that everything is in order. So when it is time to go and vote, we need to vote these clowns out of the office, man.
Amen.
I mean, there's 10 seats up in the Senate right now. Mm-hmm. Few of them Democrat, few of them Republican. But we need to switch this all up because it's really a problem at this point where, I mean, even the opposition is all over the opposition. Now, I don't know if you heard this though, Zeus.
Talk to him.
But okay, so my bestie, she spilled some tea on Union Gang a few nights ago.
Oh.
And it was between Angela Stanton and Trevion Cootie, right?
Okay. Yeah. I think
Okay,
these are
so Angela Stanton
out
was
there in
actually,
Fulton County, right? The
yeah,
one.
Fulton County. She was
Okay.
actually running for some office out there, whatever. I don't know, don't care. But the T is, she was reading, she was reading her. She was like, Trump didn't know nothing about you, didn't know
Right.
nothing. You don't have a direct line out to Trump. You asked me to do that foolish crap, and I told you no. And
Oh.
you went and asked Harrison Floyd, and for whatever reason, he went and did it. She said, ain't nobody told you to go and say nothing to Ruby Freeman and
Nope.
Shay Moss.
Nope.
Not a word. Trump did not. He said, she said that when Trump got indicted and he seen them two on there, like, who the hell is these people? I don't know these people. They broken. I don't know 'em. You know what I mean?
He
They
didn't
broken
know.
scrubs, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, even Trump was like that. So
He
she
can't
was like,
stand that he was in there with some colored folks, right?
well, but he was like, who the hell is these people?
Yeah.
Basically, because I mean, he really and truthfully didn't know who they were.
Nasty.
Come to find out that she took that all up on herself.
Wow.
Right? Because
Right.
she was saying that she was the campaign manager for Angela Stanton that was running for whatever office out there, and she was trying to really get in on
Right.
with Trump, but she never was able to get that far. But I guess she took it up on herself, Zeus, and did all that. Like
Nasty.
called a nasty Rico. That's what she
Nasty.
called.
I mean, but this is indicative of what goes down in MAGAville. They don't understand simple things like what's legal and what's not legal, and they end up in situations like this.
Right. I mean, I don't know what she was thinking, but I know Angela Stanton said, when you came and told me that stupid ass idea, I told you hell no.
Because it doesn't make any
That's
sense.
why I'm free. That's why my name is not on anything. Because I
Amen.
didn't partake in none of that. You know what I mean?
Amen.
I already
Yep.
knew it was going
Like
to
a-
be, a setup of
Yeah.
sorts.
See, that's how your mom and dad, if your mom and dad raised you correctly, they already told you when people try to ask you to be a part of stuff and you don't got all the information, then don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, so these are two MAGA knights, you know what I'm saying, going toe to toe.
Yep.
About it. And so Trevion said, yeah, Angela, I'm sure that Fonnie Willis would like to hear everything you're saying. You're gonna testify in my case. She was like, hell no, I ain't testifying on
Smart. That's what I would do as well. That's
Oh
what I
man,
would do.
Zeus, that tea was so piping hot. You know what? I'm gonna send you the video. You on X, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yes.
send you the video. So you, or not the video, the audio. So you can
Okay,
take a
yeah,
listen
send
to
it to Zeus so that I can, go through it and sip the tea, so to speak, all right?
Yeah, you gotta sip that tea. That's piping hot. Make sure that you don't burn your lips when you sip
Hey,
it, okay?
listen, I won't. I will not.
Them pretty lips, you can't burn the pretty lips.
No,
having blisters all over your lips. That's ugly.
Tell them all, people.
Well, I love you, Zeus. I know it's my time to, drop on down, but you know what I'm saying? Stay safe out in these TikTok streets.
Oh, I will.
They angry.
They angry.
They're really angry.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, listen, you too, all right?
Oh, before I go, I wanted to know. So what do you think that is Trump gonna get convicted with,
Oh, yeah.
unanimously?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
jury?
Yeah.
Or do you think that they might need to take a few more days? What's your take on this?
No. You know what? I honestly think the jury, 2 or 3 days in, knew Trump was guilty. Because, if you ask the simple questions, who benefited from this the most, you can get down there, right? So if I were to say, well, whose business was it? Who would you say the answer to that was?
Trump.
Whose CFO was it?
Trump.
Who did Michael Cohen work for?
Trump.
You see what I'm saying? Who did Stormy Daniels hook up with in that room that night?
Trump.
Exactly. I mean, you see where this is going. The guy is everywhere there's a crime.
Well, I asked that because you know what? If this jury comes back hung or with anything less than a guilty verdict,
Then I'm going to think there's a 3-tier justice system.
Yeah, and it's rigged.
Yeah.
Everything's rigged. It's
Yeah.
rigged. It's all a big lie.
Yeah.
And then we gonna go storm. No, we ain't gonna storm nothing. I'm just
Nothing.
kidding. Anyway, much love to you. I just
All
wanted
right.
to know what your take was on, on that.
My take is, he can't be everywhere there's a crime and not be aware. Who wrote the check? Trump. I mean,
his name is all over them checks.
all the check. I'm sitting there going, oh, ain't no way in the world a person's gonna pay $500,000, all right, and not know
and not
why
know
they're
where
paying.
their money going. That part right there. I mean, even 130,000.
No, Brian, he did.
50,000.
Yeah,
you gonna know where your money going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly,
Absolutely.
Brian. You better listen, Brian. You don't know what you're talking about, Brian.
Brian, sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast before you get a special foot in your behind about the door. How about that?
All right.
All right. Love y'all. See you
Love
later.
you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss D. No lies detected. Brian, where you at, Brian? See, when people like you, put a little outburst like that, then I say, come on up here and explain why you believe that. All right, Brian, come on up here and explain why you still believe Donald Trump's lies that he didn't have that relationship with Stormy Daniels. Brian, I sent you a request, Brian. I want to know what part of the lie do you still believe, Brian? Because he's already on social media saying he had a perfectly legal NDA. So, Brian, why would he be admitting that he has an NDA? No, Brian, come on up here, Brian. I sent you a guest request. Don't sit there in the comments and be scared. Why would he have an NDA with a woman he didn't have anything to do with, Brian? You see what I'm saying, Brian? You're not that intelligent. I know you went to Snuggles University, but you must not know that Snuggles got his degree from Trump University. Both of them are frauds. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving deranged Brian Reigns what he deserved because he's too terrified to come in the box like a real man. So we're going to give it to him anyway. See, Brian, I don't need you. Here you go. Bye, Brian. Brian Reigns, the biggest chicken on TikTok. Yeah. See, Brian, you know you're a chicken because you're too afraid to even defend your cult leader. Put some hair on your chest, Brian. Seriously. Other than that, you need to just zip it because obviously, you know, deep down inside, you don't even believe that lie that you tried to get away with in this show. All right, let's move it along. We got a few more guests, and then we are up and away. Good morning, Bounce. How are you doing, my good friend? How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. Another day in the kingdom, as always. You know.
I have my sister up here, Miss Boss Diva.
Yes.
I love her, and I love Straight Facts, and my mama adopted them. So
okay. I love it too. Then all right, nice seeing you today. What are you doing today?
Well, I want to tell you that I am very appalled how black men support Donald Trump. Now, I think it's a big disgrace that Trump brings up black men who cannot vote because they've been convicted. Lawrence Taylor of SAN, a 16-year-old, and those two rappers were convicted for unaliving somebody. Shut up.
Lord have mercy.
He behind me, and I'm in
Lord have mercy.
Coffee, and he want to talk all that shit. Ain't nobody.
Wait, now Bounce, you gotta keep it clean.
I'm sorry, and nobody's talking to him. I'm in my car.
Wait a second now. Is you out there in the kingdom doing something? You need to come on back. I don't want you to get into anything out there. All right?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So, I'm just sitting in my car.
Okay. Tell them to ease up. All right. Tell them this is a nice little day to just really focus and meditate. No need to get upset this morning.
So what I say to that is it's very disrespectful for those men to get up there because he's disgracing us even more by bringing them up.
Yeah.
Knowing that they cannot vote. And secondly, I am never in this lifetime ever going to coexist with MAGA because I know what MAGA means to our people.
Go
You
ahead.
can't sit there and say that you are Christian, but you want to treat us like trash because now he gives you a voice to be able to do
Yeah.
that.
Amen.
That's exactly who you were from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't come back and say, "Oh, um, we know he lost, but we want to know," because if you ever had a chance to do it again, you would do it.
Yep.
So there's no, I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Wow. The what they've done to this country, you would say it's that bad, right?
I say it's more than bad.
Mm.
It is like I've never seen people as sick as these people are, because
Wow.
I do not praise Biden. And
No.
if he is wrong, then I'm going to say he's wrong. If he did everything that Trump did, then I would not support him. I'm supporting him because he at least to make a difference. There's a
Yeah.
big difference in someone trying, and he's made his mistakes.
Mm.
And it's just like they talk about, oh well, Trump let all these black people out of prison, but when he let them out of prison, he gave them 30 days to find a housing, a job, or whatever they needed to do. Well, most of those people are back in the institution. So he did not help them because he didn't even have a plan to help them.
Yep.
It was more so, oh, let me get the black vote. So that Demetrius guy, I think his name is Demetrius, he's on a live and he's supporting Trump and doing all this stuff. But Demetrius ain't telling all these Trumpers that he can't vote because he's a convicted
Oh.
criminal.
Oh, there's always more to it, huh? There's always more to what's going on.
Always more to it. Yet you want to sit up here, Trump
Mm.
24, but tell them people that you can't vote. I mean, you can't vote. Tell them that
Mm.
because you went to jail and you can look it up. He is a criminal.
Oh Lord. Wow, wow. Well, you know what, Bounce? This is why it's very important that we continue to do the wonderful, wonderful work that we're doing, which is making sure people know the facts, right?
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump, he represents a group of people in this country that definitely don't have the best interest of the United States in mind. And that's what's so sad. And day in and day out, we have to continue to remind the rest of the folks out here that the messaging coming from MAGA isn't accurate. It's misinformation. It's disinformation. It's spreading hate. Sad. What a sad day in this country. But listen, back.
I'm not going to be selling my kids' education to fund his situation.
Absolutely, absolutely not.
I'm not doing it. So
Oh,
I want to thank you for having me up because
all
I'm
right.
a fan of yours. And
Thank
thank
you, thank
you so
you.
much. And you, oh, my sister. Hi, Miss Boss Diva. I love you,
Tell them.
sister.
Tell them, Bounce.
Yes, I love all of you all.
All right, and we love you too. All right, keep up the
Okay.
great work, Bounce. All right, don't ever change who you are. Keep standing up for truth. All right.
Thank you,
La-
sir.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Bounce a round of applause. Yeah, it's like they say, everything that glitters ain't gold, right? So when you see these blacks out there supporting Donald Trump, you see the blacks for Trump, you see the Latins for Trump, you got to ask yourself, does it make sense for somebody to knowingly go against their own best interests out in public, out in the open? Yes, I am supporting my own demise. Only person that would say something like that is someone that's confused or getting paid. Most of the time they're confused because I don't think Donald Trump is paying these folks to go out here and do this. These folks literally are confused about what's going on. And you got to understand, right? You got to understand how they got there. It's because they've allowed themselves to believe a lie. All right, and when you allow yourself to believe a lie, you end up doing just that. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back, Miss Morningstar. Are you there, Miss
Hold on, I want
Morningstar?
to pull something. I want to
Oh,
pull something up. Hold on.
okay, okay.
Hold on, hold on.
All right, nice
So,
to see you survived dealing with deranged nutty.
so look at here. I saw this. I got this great picture this morning.
Mm.
This is a Trump person in a nutshell, right?
That's hilarious.
This is them in a whole nutshell, Zeus. Brain on empty and mouth on full.
Wow. Wow.
Am I
Wow.
lying? I was
Yeah.
telling the truth.
Yeah, all mouth, nothing upstairs. Typical
That's
MAGA.
it.
Yeah.
Typical MAGA. Typical MAGA demon. I'm trying to tell you, Zeus.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Well, that's an excellent
Hold on,
way
let
to
me cut off
describe
my
them.
thing.
That's an excellent way to describe them.
Yeah. This is what they do. This is who they are. And we just gotta accept it. That's who we dealing with. Instead of us getting so angry and trying to argue back with them, we have to understand there's nothing up there.
No,
There's
she's not
nothing up
lying.
there.
She's not
No,
lying.
Adam, I'm not lying, Adam. See, there's nothing up there. That's why you said that.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing up there anymore. It's all gone. It's empty. You need a refill and you got to take care of that problem. And unfortunately, we're not therapists right here. Me and my brother, we just speaking truth, God's truth, but we're not
Amen.
your therapist. So we can't help fix
Nope.
your emptiness in your brain. You
Yeah.
got to go do something about that. I mean, I'm so sorry to tell you, but that's what you are. I'm so sorry.
BetterHelp.com. Yep. BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com. It's offered to everybody. Please check it out.
No. Just telling the truth because we already know this, right? We've talked to them for so long, and it's at a point now where you're just like, you don't got any evidence to support what you're saying, right? Empty, full.
Empty full. It's the same story every day with MAGA. No matter how much proof, how much truth is thrown in their direction, it's the same story. And I just was listening through this weekend in the TikTok streets, and all they do is yell. They just yell.
Yeah.
They just yell. They want to insult you, call men the B word. I heard this one lady. She was just so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just don't have no kind of couth about themselves.
Tell them. They don't because they don't like when you really analyze what's going on in a Trump supporters world. Somewhere along the line, they've found a lie that Donald Trump is told, and they just latched onto it, and they won't let go.
I know. Look, you got Gia talking. Jack Smith can't even get a court date. Gia, that's not a flex.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and why can't he get a court date?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why can't he get a court date? Who's holding him up?
Bingo. Yeah,
just a shame. And you look at him, Morning Stars yapping. Yeah, I am, because you don't have nothing up in your brain to talk about. That's all you do is yap. But you're on empty, so you can't comprehend what I'm saying. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, MAGA.
Yeah. We already know that they have nothing to offer. All right. This is typical MAGA behavior, ladies.
This is it. This is their typical behavior. But like this weekend, again, your leader proved that who he was. He went to the liberal convention and he was booed. And they also yelled hypocrite, because that's what he is. He's a big hypocrite. He's a liar. And we don't want no parts of him. Nobody wants any parts of him. And it's sad that you guys can't see it, but once you find out in November that he has zero credibility in these United States, then you guys will finally, hopefully, snap out. But if not, you can go right where he going.
Yeah, because we don't mind giving them the ultimate MAGA reward, right? Sending them to jail or hell. I don't mind. Do you mind?
I don't mind. No, nope. I have no problem with it. No problem.
Because they didn't
sending
listen
them
to
right
us.
on. No, they did not.
Yeah, tell them.
So, all right, Zeus, I just came up here. I really wanted to show you that diagram, that beautiful diagram of the brain for MAGAs. And, everybody use that. Use that. Let them know. Don't argue with them. Just show them it. Like, listen, this is where you at. and this is where I'm at.
Amen.
And you are stuck in this sunken place, as we call it, with zero
Amen.
brain power on E. Okay.
Amen. Amen. Tell them Miss
All right,
Morningstar.
Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Miss Morningstar. All right, no lies detected. All right, we got one more guest, and then we are out of here. All right, good morning, Seti said, welcome, brother. Seti said, good morning. How are you doing, champ? Well, I guess that didn't work, Seti said. I guess you're on that MAGA Wi-Fi. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there he is. All right. Uh-oh, here we go. Seti said, welcome back.
Long time no talk to. How are you doing?
I mean, you talked to me last week, man. Come on, man. You always talk to me. Come on.
Hey, man.
Is that how you get people? Listen, I ain't talked to you in a while.
I don't know when your birthday is, brother, but come Friday, you may have a big birthday present.
Well, my birthday is in August 11th to be exact, all right? But listen, brother, I appreciate all that you do, all right?
Your birthday might come Friday because we may have a conviction, is what I'm saying.
Yeah! Well, that's a different birthday.
You folks understand this, guys. You don't get this many accounts, 34 accounts, and not get at least one conviction, guys. So don't get upset if he doesn't get any jail time because this is a first-time offense and they're nonviolent felonies. But he will be a convicted felon running for the presidency of the United States of America. This is how far we've fallen, guys. This is how far we've fallen. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. It's
something happened. I don't know. Something went crazy.
Can you hear me?
Something went crazy. I'm good now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay, good. So guys, don't get too upset when you don't see him going. He might get an ankle monitor. Might. I doubt it. Because you still got to run for president. But anyway, just keep it understand. We're going to win big in November. Just make sure you get everybody out there to vote. And I'm talking about everybody, your cousins, your uncles, everybody. We got to get them on board because we cannot rely on these court cases because you got to remember, this is jurisprudence in the United States of America. And when you're rich and white tea, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt more so than the people of color. So make sure you get out there and vote, and we're going to be okay.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And I saw Nutty Professor early, and I told him that you are a better looking guy than him. He got a little bit up in his feelings. I told him to listen, dude. You got to get over that shit. You got to get
keep it clean. You got to keep it clean. I hope you kept it clean.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
See, I'm thinking like straight facts. I can't. Straight facts can get away with it. I can't. I apologize, my brother.
It's all good. Yes. But thank you for holding Nutty's feet to the fire. He has a long way to go.
Absolutely.
All right, but
I mean, he's a good guy and everything.
Yeah.
He brings a lot to the table, just like everybody. Boss Diva, she was really on fire earlier. I love that girl. She gets on my case a lot, but you know what? I deserve it.
Yes.
I deserve it.
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're
Man,
right.
So I'm hoping you're having a great Memorial Day. People think about this. It's nothing. The man was Did you see him saluting during Amazing Grace?
I
the
saw
man
it.
He was saluting against Amazing Grace. I couldn't believe it. He's such a moron.
He's out to lunch. I mean, I'm telling you, he's not wrapped too tight right now. And when he gets convicted, he's going to lose his mind. I promise you, he's going to.
He's looking quite frail. I don't know if you noticed or not, but he looks very frail. He looks like he's very defeated. He's doing bodily functions in court and all that. So he looks pretty bad. I think we're going to be all right, guys.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, Biden pretty much
Absolutely.
has this. Biden has really not too much to worry about. I think everyone knows who Donald Trump is at this point, and all we got to do is help keep the message out there that he's the most dangerous person, the most dangerous threat to our democracy at the end of the day, right?
Zeus, he got 6 votes. He got 6 votes from the Libertarians.
He begged
6.
real hard. He begged so hard for those votes.
I was like, are you kidding me? The man's begging over here on bended knee almost to get 6 votes from the Libertarians. And they were booing him like it was, I heard it earlier, but they were booing him like it was, it was like a fight. I mean, oh my gosh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I do too, and it's going to be more. There's going to be more and more of that as the days near. All right. All right, brother.
Absolutely. I want you to have a great day. Thank you for bringing me up, my brother.
You're welcome.
And y'all have a great Memorial Day. This is in remembrance, guys, of the fallen soldiers.
Amen.
That didn't come back. This is
Amen.
Memorial Day, guys. Have a
All
good one,
right.
guys. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Said. He said, no lies detected. No lies detected. Oh, look at that. We got one more panelist, all right? And then hopefully we'll do a little Zeus minion action, all right, before we get up out of here. All right, good morning, Kim. How are you? Long time no
I'm
see.
fine, but I know. Just because I stay up late working on music and then, then I finally go to sleep and no. But I do have something I have to show you. I have to show you this.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm eyes and ears. Let's go. Oh! Another! I love it. Oh my goodness. Another Zeus minion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this up. This is history in the making, Jess. I don't know how you're cranking these out, Jess. I mean, goodness gracious,
And
that
she
looks
did
like
it. She actually did it for me last night. She did a couple of them, but it's like because of what I do, right? Because of what I do, I mean, I'm loving it because of the
yeah,
fact that I got the little microphone, I got keyboards on both sides, so
yeah.
I'm in my studio, so.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. It's awesome. It's spot on, and I thank you. I mean, you don't have to do this, but
No,
it
but
just
when we saw him yesterday with Nutty, I was like, yo, no, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. I was like, I'm jelly. I gotta be part of the crew. I'm jelly. I'm like, yo, I have longevity. Why y'all got y'all for me? But
yeah. You've been with me for day one, pretty much day
hmm
one. Yeah.
So
Wow,
I'm
wow.
like, yeah. I was like, but it's got the little keyboards on the side. I was like, I got my midis and everything. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Wow. Well, I love it. I love it. All right. Keep up the good work. You are official. Now, you know that comes with a lot of hate, Kim, when they go,
You know what? Hate on me if you want to. The more haters I get, the more y'all start listening to my music. I'm good.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Yeah, Jess, you're going to be busy. Well, you know what? We might as well move on to the last part of the show before we wrap it up. Are there any more Zeus minions out there that we can do a nice little family picture with? I would like to get a
Right?
Zeus minion family picture, all right? Because it wasn't us that came up with this amazing
No.
idea. It was them. It was our haters. It was our critics and our detractors. And you know what? We decided let's run with it and make you want to make something good out of this. All right, let's go,
Where's
ladies and
Shay?
gentlemen.
What's up, Shay?
Oh
Hey, girl. How are you, baby
yeah.
girl? What's up? Oh, I'll do it bigger. Let's see.
And we
Where
gotta
is
get
it?
where's Wakanda in here? Because I know
Oh
she
my
got
god.
hers.
Okay. This is so.
I know I need a texture to come in.
Oh
She's probably
my.
tea.
Oh my god. Look at this. No,
Where's Jess?
Bama. We're not spreading lies. We're telling the truth. Look at all of the minions.
But I'm gonna have to say
Oh
it
my
was hilarious
god.
to
That's
watch Trump lose his poo when they
Oh
were just
my.
booing him. I mean,
Oh
when
my
you have to come
god.
resort to begging for attention, that's funny.
Rio. Oh my god. Dark Jessie, I love
Oh,
you.
oh my
I'm
god.
loving
Yeah,
this
see,
so
you can
much.
look, you can see the keyboards in the background. You can
Where's
see the keyboards in the
Ange?
background.
Angie, come on
Where's
now.
Angie?
Let
Yep.
me offer.
Ange. Oh, Ange. Where's Ange at? Oh my god. This is so hilarious. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god.
Now we gotta start playing "We Are Family." That'd be good.
Oh my
Rio,
god.
yours is
Oh yeah, that's a good theme song. We are family.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
gonna have
Let's
it's
her
do a
get
little
the one.
Sly.
I just
little
found this
sister slave.
one, so
Yeah,
I thought it was so cute. I needed to be a
but I
part of
mean,
the crew.
when Jess
Oh,
goes,
Jazz, that's
look, when
adorable.
Jess goes, I think
Hold
I have
on. There's a
Madeline
lot of
Sierra.
air.
It's
Someone has a lot
Ange.
of. Someone has background.
Probably me. Hold on.
Uh.
When Jess sent me mine, she sent me 3 of them, right? And I was like, I mean, when she sent me, I was like, yo, I was like, oh, I love it, I love it.
Where's Ange at? Is she out there?
Well, I sent people a couple of them so they could choose which
Right.
one that they would like
Oh.
better.
Okay, all right, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. We're doing a Zeus's Minions.
I'm gonna need everyone that wants one to DM me, but do it on my main. This is my backup. And then I have Yazzie, I got Rick,
I don't think
I
they
got
can see you,
Maureen.
Jess. They can't see you. They want to know
It's
who's talking.
it's
It's me,
Jess,
Jessica.
just
There
yeah,
she is, right there.
Jessica.
Mhm.
You got to reach out to Jessica. Okay, she has a cash app. You can do it. It's $25. Is that what I saw Shay say?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of work that goes into it, guys.
Yes,
a
there
lot of
is.
work
There
and
is.
time, and she's got little ones, and so that's why I think it's fair.
She's got her life.
25 is a good thing.
It's
for
a
her,
steal.
okay?
It's
a
an offer you
steal.
can't
Right.
refuse. All right.
And if you don't
This
notice,
one,
if you don't
Because it's
notice, y'all, we
personalized.
all have like Zeus. We all have like little Zeus belt buckles.
Yeah, we all
I'm
have
trying to make
Zeus
mine
socks
Yeah,
bigger.
somewhere.
I made sure to add the Zeus icon on everyone's.
I mean, the
Yes.
attention to detail is
It's
by
amazing.
far. Yes, please,
Mine's
please.
on the wine bottle, which I love.
Yeah, mine's on the front of my jumper, so I mean, it's right there. It's
Yeah,
right
Yeah.
just
there.
DM me and I got you. We can do a little theme. Rick's is that he's easy, so that
Where is Rick at? How
is
come he can't send a guest request? Rick, are you out there? You know you have one. You're supposed to send a guest request. I want all
There's Rick
boxes.
right there.
I
He's
need
doing the
all.
clap. He
I
needs to
need
come up.
all boxes filled with Zeus minions. You don't gotta say anything. I get it, but you know we need all boxes filled with the Zeus minions. All right, and where did Ange go? I don't know where Ange is at.
Oh. And see what's so great about it, Jess, is the fact that you did them with themes. Like because I'm a music producer, right? She was able to do mine. What my job is.
I see. I see Yazzie. Yazzy's there.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I see
I'm
you,
little.
Rick.
I'm a farmer. I'm a farmer, and
There you
but
go,
she's gonna
Rick.
make me a better one. She's gonna make me a better one. But I just could not be on the Zeus minion
Oh
crew,
yeah.
so I
of
had to find
course.
one right away.
Wakanda. We're missing Wakanda too.
Wakanda's
Oh, you know what?
hair.
I'm
I
gonna
just
try
love
Yeah,
to
her
get
hair.
the
Her
other
hair.
minions.
Her hair is. Oh, I love her hair.
Well, listen. All right. Well, listen. I think that's all we're gonna get for now. All right. Y'all ready to take this photo?
Sure, and we'll have more and more as time goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the beginning of something good, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. Let me get the my background. I don't know where my background went. Oh my
You
goodness.
have to make Zeus a minion too.
Yeah, you might have to
Minion
do
with
Zeus.
like a captain hat on or something. We gotta figure that out.
Oh, Wakanda's in.
What-
Oh,
His
she's in.
hat,
He's
his
in.
famous
Wakanda's
Nike.
in Tea Drinker's live.
Yeah.
We'll talk later about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Mario. Wait,
Bingo.
Jess. Where'd
Jess
you
is.
go?
Jess is
There we
minion.
go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
do
I
it
was
again.
trying
Jess,
to
you
get
gotta
the
do it
other
over. Jess's.
minions. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, Jess's minion went up there where you did it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. Fair enough.
Yay!
And
Oh,
do y'all
you
need
haven't
Jessica's
gotten mine.
Cash App again? I'm gonna post Jessica's Cash App one more time.
There you go.
It is.
Started it.
All
So-
right.
And you
If
can
you-
DM her and then send her
And look at Rick.
$25.
And Rick is like, I haven't got mine yet.
All right. Well, you know, it
It'll
might
come,
take a
it'll
minute,
come.
but
She's gonna
Jess,
be busy. She's gonna be
she's
busy.
going to be busy.
patient.
Yes. It turns out this is a way to make the Trump supporters, our friends on the right, very angry and upset. All right. So if you're into it, feel free to do it. And again, you're supporting a good cause. Women in business, right? That's what this is also about. All right.
Yes, it
We
is.
got to support one another out here. All right. And I will be placing my order. All right. Well, listen, you all. I appreciate you. All right. And it's time to wrap it up. All righty.
We'll do
then.
this through the week so everybody we can get the
Alright.
message out and we can let everybody know. That way when we're
Love
running
you,
around on the
Susie.
TikTok streets,
Love you
everybody
as
knows.
well.
Exactly.
Love you,
And
You're
just
so
so everyone knows,
handsome.
this will really drive the bears crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's absolutely brilliant how Jess came up with these, and the attention and detail on these is like amazing. So yeah,
Absolutely.
you got to give her you got to run them coins. I'm sorry, you got to run them coins for her. I love you
Exactly.
guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll just send her cash
Worth it.
instead.
Oh,
How
thanks,
about
Mama Ria.
that?
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just send some cash. she probably likes hard cold cash.
No, I'm just saying when I say
Thank-
run them coins, run that paper. You got to pay her.
Well, I do pay for this app, so anything really does help me keep creating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, it's one of those. You got to have a
Of course,
subscription
of
for.
course.
Correct.
You deserve it. You deserve
You
it.
deserve it. You work very hard. You don't just do.
Deal.
You don't just do this. You have pretty much a lot of other content creators that you do this for. So again,
Yeah, exactly.
thank you for all you do.
Hi, Nana.
All
So she
right.
deserves it wholeheartedly. I mean, the attention to detail, the work she does.
everybody.
Yeah.
I've made Zeusy some of those emojis for the subscribers. I've made people backgrounds. So if you guys ever need anything, you can always hit me up.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Absolutely. She's so talented. Oh my God.
She really is. She really is. As with a lot of folks on this app.
Yeah, a lot of talent. Mhm.
Yes.
All right. Well, all right, you all. I appreciate it. We're gonna wrap it up and
All
get up
right.
out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them one more round of applause. Zeus's Minions.
It's a great show, Zeus, as usual, my friend.
All
But
right.
Nutty's still kind of, Nutty is,
He'll get over it. He will.
Where is Nutty? He's working hard today. He's
Yeah, he
getting
is working, yeah.
he's getting extra money to work today, so he's like,
oh
I'm
yes,
working.
he is. Oh yes, he is.
Wow, wow, wow.
Well,
Working
Zeus
hard.
can't help it that he is so handsome, so humble, and so
I love it.
hardworking. I mean,
Wow,
I'm so
wow,
honored.
wow.
Of the kingdom.
Yes, he is.
I'm biting my tongue and it's bleeding.
Oh my God! I'm
Hey,
gonna make
hey.
a minion with a little crown
That's
for
our
Zeus.
king. That's our king, Zeusy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are all the best. Seriously, all right? All right.
Not a problem. I enjoy it.
We love
Alrighty.
you, Zeus.
Go
Love
down.
you.
Thank you.
Love you
you,
too.
Zeus.
All right, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
Let's
job,
give it
Jessica.
a
Everybody give
Thank you.
Jessica a round of applause.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially landed the plane. I know this was a longer show than normal, but you know what? It's Memorial Day, right? I had to give a little more, but it was worth it, all right? But before we get out of here, you know what we got to do? Well, number one, I want to give everyone a round of applause who survived. All right, you all deserve a round of applause. That goes to the moderators, to the subscribers, to the gifters, to the panelists. You all have done an outstanding job helping to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining. All right, but you know we got to give one more final round of booze and shame. You know that's for the Zeus haters out there. You know who they are. These are our critics, our detractors. These people get on TikTok day in and day out and spread misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. These are the worst of the worst. They spread lies, bigotry, misogyny, hate, evil, racism, all forms of corruption and crimes on behalf of Donald J. Trump. I tell you, they are a disgrace to our country. Let's give Donald Trump and his supporters our final round of booze and shame. Get him out of here. Later, Swerve, I see ya. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Truth always, the most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome, you know it. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Nathan's mom, thank you. What a show. 3 hours. Wow. Jackie, I see you. Let's go. Brown Eyes, I see you. And I see you. G.D. King. Mark, you're a liar. Jackie. Queen Play. Hey. Rick. Lady Rima. Hey. Valerie. Hey. Dark Jazzy.
Too quick, you a high risk. It's all in the mix.
I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds when you playing with the God. Let's go, G.D. King. Bounce. Hey, I love it. Keep it going. Hey. Grant me, I see ya. Tiffany for the people. Let's go. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. Thank you, Rick. I tried to bring you up, but I guess you know. I understand if you couldn't. Soul as the days. All right, let's go. Doubled up on the juices. Dark Warrior. All right, DJ Kitty Cat. Off limits, Dark Scorpio. Let's go with the head. Thank you. Tiffany for the people. Nice to see you. Lady Rima. Shout out to Heaven. Lisa. I can do a Zeus after hours. You want to see Zeus after hours? Okay, I'll get there. Thank you, Lisa. That's a great idea.
People telling me be cool. I'm just sitting.
You know, I try to let the other content creators cook around those times. You know, because I don't want to overwhelm it. But I might do something special. Thank you for the hack.
I know the ladies love me 'cause I'm sweet
like a truth. Player hating, I'm the god. Boy, you're such a douche. Hey. Yes, the song is click the link in the bio. You can access all that I am a part of, right? Yes, but you can download the song. That's why they call me. What'd you say, Angel? Thank you, Zena Smith. Go Dog, Snuggles for Lies and Diver Don. I try. Have Radiant Mahogany, you too. Cool as the day. Mark Brown, you are a liar. You're a seditionist, treasonous traitor.
I just want to buy 11,000.
Reggie, I see you, brother. Right?
This is one more than we have.
And that's when you get a Rico case. All right, Rio, we're going to give him it. Tiffany for the people. We're going to give him it. Let's hit him with the Jack Smith remix.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Wow.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, you know what we got to do.
They started just recently with this crap. They started just recently. They could have brought this lawsuit, Brennan, 3 years ago, right after I left. It's been 3 years.
For you, Mark.
But they didn't do that.
They didn't do it.
Now they're saying, we have to go immediately before the Supreme Court. This thing would have all been over with 2 years ago. But they waited and waited and waited, and then they saw I was running, and they waited, and then they saw I was hot, and they filed lawsuits. These are very dishonest people. That's called election interference. These are very, and now they're fighting like hell because they want to try and get a guilty plea.
Yes, we do.
From the Supreme Court of the United States, which I can't imagine because you have presidential immunity. But strange things happen. But they want to get that because that's the only way they're going to win the election. It's a very sick thing. But think of it. They waited and waited and waited for years. In fact, nobody thought, everyone was saying they're never going to bring any charges. Most people said they're not going to bring because they don't have anything. And then all of a sudden we started getting hit with these lawsuits. And you know, now they're saying, let's...
All that ranting and raving, all that rambling, that's the sign of a guilty man, Mark. Only a guilty person sounds like that, and you know it. All right, let's drop the bomb and get out of here, all right?
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That's right, you ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern-day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out.